We live, family. What's good? Salute, Tania, Ainswell, Call Dog, the generals. We in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Water Gang. That's love, family. Yeah, y'all, we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna open up the chat too. Let y'all talk. We're gonna get on that Druski. Cali, Philly in the building. Letting everybody get in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I ain't got this computer running. We would have heard the motor running. But yeah, y'all, we live, man. And we're gonna go over any other topics y'all see out, that y'all want to touch on. I seen one that had to do with brother Antoine Daniels. But yeah, let's get into what the family been saying about this Druski skit, man. Y'all know I just dropped the video what the Druski skit was supposed to go on 10 tonight Eastern time, but we had to push it back to 11. Salute, family. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk our talk. B1 FBA Denver, Jesse. Salute to you, family. I appreciate you always tapping in. Extra lovely. Extra. I hope you feeling better, extra. I know you've been having that surgery. Salute to you. Y'all rule, man. Yeah, man. We gotta put you up. We definitely gonna tap you in. Priscilla, what's good? Priscilla, Jersey City, always tapping in. Anytime Druski got them folks bothered, I'm happy. For real. Listen, Tania, we think the same. I feel the same way, man. I was excited just knowing that them people pissed off. Sometimes just getting them people pissed off, man, I be sounding, it be joyful to me. But y'all, let's get it, man. Let's see what our people got to say about this. Then we're gonna tap into some other topics.
Shit was hilarious. And if y'all don't know who Druski is playing in this skit, I think you need to take a closer look. Turning Point USA is about to be pissed off. I'm guessing y'all still don't know, right? Look at this shit. If y'all can't tell if it's Erika Kirk, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's Erika Kirk right there. That's crazy. And I'm guessing y'all acting like y'all don't remember when this happened. This is where Druski took that.
Yeah, I don't think she could sue Druski, to be real with you, Trey. Salute to you. I don't think she got a good case because it's a lot of people, man, they was talking about. So I don't see how, she no different than anybody else. But she do got the complexion for the protection. So you know how that go, man. Them little hats got her covered.
Nobody else. He playing Erika Kirk. They ain't gonna like this one.
I serve a righteous God.
They're gonna say he playing with God. Look at the face.
That's why we say our prayers. We're all his children.
Oh, nah. Spot on. Look at this right here. You can't be mad at Druski.
And we ask the Lord to protect us. Of course.
Look.
But we serve a just God.
Look.
And I rest easy in knowing that.
Wow.
He's sovereign, but he's
Look
just.
At the face. But when they notice this part right here, this shit right here got a lot of people mad.
We have to protect all men in America.
He did it this time.
Especially all white men.
You heard him.
America. Those are the boys that we keep.
You heard this?
In this country.
Who is he playing?
When I heard this part, that's when I was like, dang, Druski doing it now. Because then I watched the video of her part. We're going to have to play what she said and what she... Then I'm like, okay, I can see how he pulling this, and it's a good take.
America is built on their backs.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man.
Trev in the
Especially
building.
a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
Damn. Y'all gotta remember, Druski is just a comedian. And this is what comedians do. I'm gonna let the rest of the skit take you out. Druski might be the funniest person in the world, man. Rest in peace. Rest.
Tania, what you said? You thought it was a real white woman? Bro, I don't know how he do this, but they be making him look like a real white person. He's just a man or a woman, but he literally be looking like a real white person, family. What a God, I used to find it funny, the same people that preach about free speech, the main person trying to censor it when it don't fit their narrative. It's crazy, ain't it? Be out here, you don't want people to speak their mind. Trail Jackson in the building, man. Salute the trail, bro.
In peace. Damn. Yeah, he did a good song.
And to anyone upset about that Erika Kirk skit,
Queen G, what's good, Queen G? In the building. I sent you a message to Queen G on the Discord, man. For real. Mama Lisa in the building. Shalom, shalom. Okay.
This was white people, Halloween of 2012, right after Trayvon Martin's passing. This man is not the only one. Also, after George Floyd's death, we had similar outcomes. Not only did we have similar outcomes, I literally had a boy in my medical class while we were watching a video of an old white man with an obstructed airway for medical CPR purposes die laughing and say, he can't breathe like George Floyd couldn't breathe. And do you know my Mexican teacher allowed it and said that he was only making a reference? And y'all feel like we should feel some type of way about this Druski skit? Roll over and die in hell. Welcome to a glimpse of our everyday life. Y'all don't like it when y'all pain is made fun of because y'all are not humanized.
Hey, y'all. So Druski made this skit yesterday about how white evangelical Christian women act. And basically, you could tell it was a play on Erika Kirk and possibly, what's that girl? The girl that's the press secretary. I can't even remember her name. She's that unimportant. But it was hilarious. He stuck it to a T. But now, of course, MAGA's all mad. Erika's mad. So she makes this little tweet basically saying, but if I did blackface as a part of a skit, I'd be canceled and called a racist. Well, yes, you would, Erika, because blackface is a thing. There is no such thing as whiteface. There is no such thing as racism against white people. Blackface is rooted in racism, and you're an actually college-educated woman with multiple degrees. So you know this. You're just playing the game. So in the case, you mad at Eddie Murphy for playing white characters previously? Like, be so for real. You probably were at those movies laughing. So stop it. You're just mad because he nailed you to a T and got all of your acting down to a T. And I think it's absolutely hilarious. Please protect this man at all costs.
Hey guys, so this is just a reminder that Trump posted a video of the Obamas as apes and MAGA cheered it on and loved it. But the moment Druski does cosplay of Erika Kirk as a widow, you guys are not okay with that all of a sudden. The party of hypocrites, like always.
Mama Lisa.
Stay mad, stay being snowflakes, MAGA, because I love when you guys get your feelings hurt.
But if I did blackface as part of a skit, I'd be canceled and called a racist. Girl, you already are canceled and called a racist. I mean, look at.
Yeah, man. From my research showed me Druski FBA. He could be, but I'm not sure. People be cosplaying. He don't look like it. He don't look like he
those two creatures and tell me side by side that's not identical. This was your chance to truly win some people over. This was truly your chance to be like, oh, gee, that's hilarious. You could have even collabed with Druski and gotten out a lot of people's good sides, but no, you just had to make it political. Had to.
I gotta give Druski his flowers though. He's definitely talented on how he's delivering the messages. Cause how he uses content and do his content, we gotta Druski the best at the skits right now. Is that saying too much? Can I say that? Would y'all agree to that? Who would you feel right now doing skits is like the best in the game? Druski the only one come to my mind. I couldn't name nobody else. RDC, them dudes who be doing the basketball skits, they pretty good. But for right now, impact, like serious impact, I gotta go to Druski. You know, when he did the white man, the makeup, everything is just, the details is on point with Druski. So who do y'all feel is out there, Pete and Kill? I ain't never heard of them. Yeah, I like Desi too, Trev. I'm with you. I like Desi stuff more because Desi be more street, but Druski is more impactful to me. I don't know. It's something about Druski, bro. I relate more to Desi Banks though, because I got a bunch of Atlanta homies, and they be acting just like that, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I never heard of Pete and Kill.
There's no real way that she was offended by the skit he did when none of it was exaggerated, none of it was dramatized. All of that she's been doing. God forbid a dude just want to look like Erika Kirk every once in a while. I mean, I'm truly trying to. I mean, really, the only difference is the chin area, the chin and the neck area. Truly, that's really the only big difference. That's why she was offended, because a black man pulled off the same hair and makeup, and her little act is so see-through that he was able to be her for a moment. Anyway, Druski made a skit of you. You should feel honored.
The reason folks mad at Druski is because the shoe fit a little too well. Druski didn't do a skit. He actually did a documentary, because whoever did his fake makeup didn't just beat his face. They built a whole character like IKEA furniture. Every piece lined up, every angle correct. The face, nailed it. The body, nailed it. It's like this upside down triangle thing, but he nailed it. I was sitting there watching I have seen this before. Matter of fact, I done seen this at Walmart, Target, all these places. But what makes it even more funny, right, is watching conservatives be outraged by this. Because y'all been dragging Erika Kirk for months, dragging her like a carry-on suitcase through the airport. But now suddenly jokes hurt. Oh, so it was funny when y'all was doing it, but now it's not funny no more now that he shined a light on it. And whoever is doing that was accuracy with the wig on.
Not y'all trying to accuse Druski of doing whiteface. Y'all always trying to reverse something. What is whiteface? Because let's not forget the term whiteface wouldn't exist if y'all ain't start that blackface bullshit back in the day, portraying us out to be violent, criminals, unintelligent. Come to find out, that's actually you. Not all of y'all, but just let's call a spade a spade. Context matters. The history behind blackface matter. And let's also not forget the movie White Chicks was one of the biggest comedies of its time. And a huge part of their audience was white people because of the context of the movie. The Wayans weren't talking down on white people. They were just making fun of rich, white, privileged kids. And they were spot on. And it was funny. Now, if we talk about popular movies that did blackface, like The Birth of a Nation, which was one of the most popular movies of its era, while that movie portrayed us to be violent, unintelligent, sexual predator, and painted the Ku Klux Klan to be heroes. You know, kind of like how y'all do with Trump and Charlie Kirk. So the skit Druski did portraying himself to be a white conservative woman, it's the same context as White Chick, but a fat version. I mean, overweight. You ain't supposed to say fat. And if you look at it, Druski ain't do nothing but mimic what Erika Kirk really be doing. If you put the videos right next to one another, they doing the same thing, saying the same shit. So why is it so much outrage? Because he painted his face white? I wouldn't give a damn if he painted his face purple. Purple, white, she's still on the same bullshit.
Druski has to be the most childish adult I have ever seen in my life. And I love it. I love it because what is this? What is this, bro? I didn't even know that this was Druski. I had to look down at the name. I thought that was Garlock. Bro. Come to find out this Druski acting like Erika Kirk, bro. And before y'all say, how you know that's Erika Kirk? That could be anybody.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Trying to find,
Guys, Nina just...
Now, black people, I need y'all to listen to me and listen to me good. When a white person do blackface and try to make it comedy, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Robert Downey Jr. already did it in Tropic Thunder. He already did it in Tropic Thunder before y'all get up under here and but y'all like Tropic Thunder. Besides all that, Druski is a comedic genius, bro. The stuff that he comes up with, I hope he come up with his own ideas and ain't nobody writing him these skits. He gotta be coming up with these skits on his own, bro. I'm telling you, because he is just too funny in them, bro. Then nobody, this has to come from a childish mindset, bro. For real.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with your players. When I first saw it, I definitely knew that he was mimicking Erika Kirk. I mean, he's got the same exact suit on. He's got the pyrotechnics. He's got the gold on his fingers and the cross necklace, you know, like a lot of the conservative women wear. But this is definitely him mimicking Erika Kirk. But when I saw the face, because I just saw a picture of it, I thought he was doing Cat Quebec. Y'all can't tell me that Druski do not resemble Cat Quebec. Big fat ass Cat Quebec.
I love the skit.
But he's definitely mimicking Erika Kirk in the clips. I mean, he has the pyrotechnics going. He's sitting down doing the, you know, the whole thing here, wiping the tear, and then the whole eye thing that she does, and how I guess Faux News and all of the podcasts that she go on, they know that they should zoom in on her face at a certain time, because it seems they all do the same thing. Whenever they think that she's about to well up a tear, which she never does, they zoom in on her face and she ends up looking like that with the little squint going. You know, she always ends up looking like that. So the conservatives are pissed to the highest level of festivity, honey. They are up and down his comment section saying, how dare you make fun of a grieving widow? You shouldn't be doing this. She's grieving. Her husband lost his life, blah, blah, blah. He was assassinated, you know, all of the things. But at the end of the day, Druski is a comedian and do what he got to do. So he did that, and it ain't shit you can do about it. This is comedic relief. Now, there are some in the comment section agreeing with Druski.
I hope he is standing on business, because I don't like Druski parents are Haitian. Wow. That's wild. Both his parents. If you dish it, you can. I hope so, because staying independent is we need to see more of that, man. And I hate to see people that I even look at LaRussell a little different, man, that he signed with them people, but that's neither here nor there. But they say Druski is from the Caribbean.
About the way that she conducts herself. I mean, there are some that are feeling like, you know, Turning Point USA is exploiting Charlie Kirk. We had a chapter of Turning Point USA actually denounced Erika Kirk and Turning Point after they visited the University of Arkansas. Erika came down there and they said the next day in a statement that they are dismantling their chapter of Turning Point USA because they feel like Charlie Kirk's name is being exploited. But baby, Druski, he did.
Shout out that boy, y'all say, man, dang, I felt that too. My heart kind of dropped, man. I thought he had that FBA talent, but it's all good. It is what it is, man. I mean, he first gen. He definitely cosplaying though. But we still rock with Druski, man. We ain't tripping.
What he had to do. But I don't care what y'all say. He might do the mannerisms of Erika.
Now, once he get off code, you know, now I did hear something about Desi though, man. They did say that Desi had let the Lil Hats use his YouTube page to do some ads. You know, it was some little, we ain't really going to depth with it about Desi, but I don't know if y'all heard of that. Didn't. Yeah, so I don't know, man. We still got to check these guys. You know, we still got to check their background.
But in the outfit, and the hair and shit, he looks like can't come back. Y'all put your thoughts in the comments. This is WD1 for the Black Curie News. Go watch it, y'all. I can't take it.
In recent days, a viral comedy skit by comedian Druski has sparked a wave of reactions across social media. And once again, it's exposing just how divided America really is when it comes to race, humor, and hypocrisy. The skit.
So you telling me Druski ain't even from Oakland? That's crazy. That's crazy. By the way, L.A. Russell is from outside the Bay. He's from Vallejo, which is 20 minutes from Oakland. Salute, fam. Let's get into this. I want to bring y'all this other one. I want y'all to see. I got this. This Antoine Daniels. You know, Antoine Daniels is losing his mojo out here. So no, yeah, man, LaRussell. I got a video coming out on LaRussell too, man. I was holding back, but I got one coming out on him. He's no Afro man, but Druski, yeah. Dang, Afro man American, ain't he? Afro man American. Gotta be a tether. Yeah, man, he gotta be a tether. Check this out, though. I'm gonna show y'all. Shout out to my boy House of Hypocrites. He been doing his thing, man, out here in these streets. Check it out.
Older brother just revealed something to us that I was already suspecting. When Antoine Daniels and Corey Holcomb got into it, Corey Holcomb ended up saying this about Antoine's daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, don't ever brag on no mother what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Don't nobody want no kids with you.
Antoine Daniels, he seen this. Then he did an entire live stream about how his daughter mental health is affected by this incident. But what his older brother is going to say in this video is going to contradict what Antoine Daniels told the entire world.
What up, though? This is Dre.
Let me ask you something. Is it seriously? Is it affecting Antoine's daughter, or is that just cap?
No, it didn't affect her. From what I know, she don't know anything about it. No, it didn't affect her. From what I know, she don't know anything about it. No, it didn't affect her. From what I know, she don't know anything about it.
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Want to be a part of it? Listen up.
Hello. I gotta get the Antoine was
before they finish. This is Antoine Daniels' brother podcast, or at least he's a host of it. And these men that's sitting on this couch are childhood friends and basically uncles, nephews, and cousins. So they know Antoine personally for years. And even before Antoine was born, some of these gentlemen knew his family. But before they finish, let me show y'all what Antoine Daniels was saying about his daughter to add context for people who haven't seen it or to refresh your memory.
My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter. Pulling her out of school, early therapy, making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be as far as her having to be removed from some of her competitions because of a lot of different things, including online bullying and psychological damage. There's a lot of fallout from what happens to my daughter's life because she is so accomplished. She has some of the greatest schools in the United States of America that has been seeking her out, scholarships, her to join the team. She is on track to be a United States Olympian. She's supposed to be possibly in the next Olympics. And I don't know how damaging this is to her psyche. I don't know. Who knows? This can be a lifetime of damage. We don't know what butterfly effect things that we do to our children. And the one thing that most fathers, Black fathers, that's what we do. As fathers, we don't really care what happens to us, right? Because that's just life. But we never, ever can imagine what would happen to our underage children. No. No matter what happens to us, we don't want anything. For those of us that are in our daughters' lives, My immediate concern was, oh my God, who do I call? But I couldn't call anybody because everything was closed at the time.
Call who for what?
So immediately pulling her out of school, immediately making sure that I go and assess the damage, trying to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions. Coming up, she literally just texted me probably less than 48 hours ago. All of the different competitions that she had lined up for this year. We were supposed to go to Great Britain. We were supposed to go to a lot of places. I don't know if we can still do that. I don't know if that's possible. Because I don't know if she has the, isn't even fully developed,
I don't get it, bro.
So crazy.
To me, this shit sound like
she had just sent me her pictures.
It sounds like some bullshit. It sounds like a cop out. This sounds like I don't want to go down this road with Corey Holcomb, so let me just end it here, which is fine. All right, now I have to ask, okay, when did Anton speak on this? It was fresh. He spoke on it January 21st, 2026. Why does that matter? Because 4 days later, the What Up Though podcast hosted by his family and his brothers, blood brothers, spoke on it on January 25th, 2026. So from the 21st to the 25th, did the traumatic experience being so broken, did it evaporate then? That's a possibility. It's a possibility that his daughter was so traumatized. In 4 days, she got over it. Because that's when his brother said this.
What up, though? This is Dre.
Little bro, your brother. This is his other brother.
This is the other
This
brother.
the brother who would have fought.
No. If Andre would have been sitting with Corey, listen, I'm gonna tell you, Dre don't even gotta tell you. Especially if it's a Diamond Deli Dre. You know what I'm saying? It's a Dre now, but if we go back to Diamond. Give me 1 second. God damn, Dirty. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let Dre speak. But I know Dre. Dre was an asshole when he was young. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It go both ways.
Facts.
Right.
I agree.
But
you can't tell me, right?
Right.
So when I offend you, you can't get mad at it.
True story. But why go on a podcast, period, if you think like if y'all a match for each other, like, you know what I'm saying?
The numbers up.
See, like that, for me, that part don't make sense. I would have never even went on that show. You know what I'm saying? Because
me either. I wouldn't have went on that show, but
I feel like it's not working. It's not working.
But Dre, let me ask you something. Is it Anton's daughter, or is now that just Cap?
No, it didn't. She, from what I don't know anything about it. They try to keep her or away from that kind of stuff. And he told me she's good for now. I don't know if it's told her, but last time this was yesterday.
Well, we might have lawyers. Hold on, slow down. We might have lawyers involved here. That girl is traumatized. Fuck what y'all talking about. I talked to what are y'all talking about? What are y'all
right? She is. She's traumatized.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They don't know what to talk about. That's another thing. Listen, I personally listen. I talked to Antoine personally, and that kid is destroyed. She is hurt. Yeah. She is
right.
Don't want to go to school. She want to drop out. He's Antoine's life.
And not only that, I think also, I didn't want to say nothing. That's why Gene didn't come because Gene hurt. He didn't want to come on the podcast.
Hey, they trying to walk it back. That's when you being honest, bro, and you not trying to get content for a play. His brother slipped up and told the truth, dog. My niece ain't that weak that some man on the internet can take her off her square. We not built like that. So they had to walk it back because Anton jumped on the internet playing like the niece was a victim just for some type of lawsuit play or imagery or some shit that can keep his name in the game.
Didn't Tiger Woods just get remarried to another white girl though? Thought he got married to like somebody in the Trump family or something like that. Am I mistaken or am I crazy? I seen him get married to a white woman and it was like, I think they was related to Trump now. Y'all check me on that. Am I tripping? Or was that true? I thought it was like one of Trump family or something that Tiger Woods got married to. That's why I asked you, you have to watch the Shattered Paradise video. I'm finna play this though.
Goddamn algorithm. You sold your goddamn baby girl out for some click views, monetization, making her appear like she's some weak teenager who can't face adversity from all walks of life. I called it. I said, man, it don't sound right, bro. You telling me yo Olympic medal winning daughter was so affected. She is in a fighting sport. She in a aggressive sport at the top of her line. The top.
He didn't get married, but isn't he dating her or something? He dating a Trump girl or something. I thought I read something like that, y'all. Y'all catch me on that. Okay, ain't nobody catch me on that one, so I must be tripping. He said didn't know he married her. Oh, so he didn't get remarried, so he must was just with her.
Top of her league. You talking about the aggression just went away? You don't think her opponents are saying way worse things than what Corey Holcomb has said? Come on now. Tell your goddamn daughter out. Man, the truth has came out. Continue.
I told Gino to call Top Dog. $10,000.
That's real talk.
Top
Hey,
dog.
Dre, hey, listen, man, we thank you for calling. See, my point is, I don't think Anton was wrong because Corey told him you were ass kisser first, man.
But okay, that's fine. But let me tell you this.
So Corey started the whole thing.
But he said you were a kisser, right?
He said you kiss ass, nigga.
Right.
And that's what started the argument.
Yes, that's what Anton said.
But Anton,
I had another clip. I want this juicy one. That's why I had that one.
Super producer. What's your take on it? Do you think Corey started or Anton started it?
I don't think nobody necessarily say who exactly started, who took it to the next level. We having a conversation about certain things, and it's like with different neighborhoods, people talk different ways, and we know certain stuff.
Okay, there you go, Queen G. I appreciate you. I thought I was out in that water with no life jacket. So he is dating Vanessa Trump. I know something was going on. He was messing with a Trump. Tank Talk TV, what's good, family? Salute, man. You know how we rock, man. B1 FBA Reparation. Free, man. But yeah, we're gonna get into a little bit of the Antoine Daniels and Stephen A. Smith did a little podcast, two of the biggest coons in the world right now. We're gonna get into coon talk.
Somebody might say talking shit, man, stop kissing them ass. He basically said, Corey was asking him, why do you always diss black people? You don't say nothing about these white people. Why do I say about the liberal white women because they this, that, nothing. He puts them at the bottom of the barrel. It's like you never say nothing. You just got done saying something about black people. You always talking against your people. And then he was like, but I ain't gonna go there. He said, yeah, because you be kissing the ass of
good, family.
Black people.
So that's fair. Yep. That Corey just asked him a question. Corey just asked him why you don't defend black people and why you always defending like white people.
Find my phone.
And it's a big difference in the response. And again, everybody know Anton is our family, right? They don't know. Well, y'all know. Gene is his brother, biological brother, not no step, none of that, right? We love Anton. This is why I'm thrown away. I feel like Anton was wrong from the beginning because he never should have linked up with this guy.
Yeah, if they was wrong. But we don't know what they linked for, though.
Right, and the thing of it is, I don't care. Because for one, check this out. I asked Anton to come on our show. We your family. I don't want to have you come on the show to talk about this, but why take this for me to ask you to come on our show? You should want to come on our show, especially, but this was
I agree with you on that now.
Now, Anton was stated that he don't go on podcasts.
That's a
so this is why I'm trying to say,
How is it out of all the times you decide to go on one, you go on one with this type of?
We don't have.
He'll pull up. He got a problem with it, and he was on the live on the link.
But what we say, that's
some sucker shit. You tell your family, your own flesh and blood, you don't do podcasts, you don't go on nobody's show, but then you show up to Corey Holcomb shit. And right after that, Anton jumped on somebody.
Salute, fam. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I just touched 11, man. Salute, man. Big ups, man. Listen, it's a lot of good support. Y'all been supporting the channel, man. I appreciate everybody. Mama Lisa, Tania, Call Dog. Just today, some of the few, Queen. I appreciate y'all. We getting a road to 100,000. Let me let my dog go.
YouTube channel called Yuckmouth and gave them visibility. What is going on in the Daniels camp where Anton don't want to fuck with his family? You know why he don't want to go sit down and fuck with his family? Because they gonna expose the true him. They gonna expose the real you. You not like that, bro. You have always been like this with your mouth, but you not like that. Anton don't want to put his feet to the fire around the men that he was raised up with, because they actually stand for some shit. But you don't want to go on their podcast and show them visible. Freezy and House of Hypocrites been showing these men a platform, more visibility than what Anton Daniel has ever done. You could have blessed your family with, man, let me take it to the right.
Hard water is one of the biggest challenges homeowners face. For years, the only solution was salt-based water softeners.
Because I like a lot of the I don't
family to him.
But understand on his YouTube and watch everything he do. But I do catch clips on Instagram. And a lot of the stuff he say, I ain't gonna say I like everything he say.
Right.
But
But he be on point.
For a lot of the shit he be saying, it be on point.
Why
do people say they don't like him?
Because what they said about him talking against the because he's a Republican.
Oh,
he's
a Republican.
Yeah. And what he speak against.
He's a Trump supporter.
He speak against the black community, you know what you said? Yeah. So that's why Corey made the reference of these white people.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, he said all that.
I mean, you with the black community mind by saying shit like that.
So,
you know
but this the thing, and let's say this.
Came out against him.
But this the thing too.
I believe Zeke is this dude from Detroit called New Era Detroit, and he's like a community activist, like for literally try to change the goddamn community. And he came and spoke out against Antoine Daniels, is what they saying. I'm gonna try to find a clip, but y'all check out What Up Though. I'm gonna put this video in the description. But what y'all think of that, man? What y'all think of Anton potentially using his daughter as some type of meal ticket or some cash cow? You know what I'm saying? Just to get at Corey Holcomb in some type of strategic site. You know what I'm saying? Narcissistic.
Shout out to Detroit, man. We got a lot of Detroits, man, that be on the channel. Shout out to Detroit Love and supporting the channel too. Salute to Little Bit Mama Joan. Detroit. Man, we got a lot of y'all. We stretching all over the United States right now, man. It's a good time to be FBA and on code right now. No, he don't. That fool talks about that don't need reparations and that we need to pay for the air that we breathe. Dang. Tank Talks, bro. Appreciate the donation, family. Appreciate that, Tank Talks TV. Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna get into a little bit of what your boy Stephen A. and Antoine Daniels. You know, I really want to
they narcissist, like some, I don't know what to call this shit, dog.
I really want to get this channel to the narrative so we can get the narratives out there, like how Antoine Daniels was able to push that this conservative narrative. I want to be able to push that FBA narrative out. So that's always on the algorithm because it's always they side, you know, pushing their politics. So
your brother saying she was fine 4 days after the incident, but immediately at the incident, you expressing to us how traumatized she is. You got to start taking her out of her taekwondo competitions. For it doesn't make sense to me, bro. Now, is it possible that the little girl got over it in 4 days? It is very much possible. But is it likely? If she was actually that traumatized about something that's gonna last on the internet forever, did she get over it in 4 days, man? If not, somebody lying. Either Antoine Daniels lying or his brother Andre is lying. But we know who not lying. The goddamn daughter, because she ain't said shit. 18 now. She an adult. She can speak for herself. In my opinion, I think his daughter got thick skin. She in a fighting sport where she literally has to have thick skin. I don't think that got to her, and I think Antoine Daniels used that as a play, which is kind of pathetic to me. But go check them out, man.
Salute, man. He trying to convert Stephen A to conservative. Now, Stephen A, you know, I'm finna flip on him, but Stephen A kind of been, you know, flip-flopping back and forth. One minute he sound like a Republican, the next minute he sound like a Democrat. So we don't know what to take from Stephen A, but we know he getting a bag. But check out, I'm gonna play a little bit of this, man, and then we're gonna move on. Let's get it.
What's going on, Mr. Smith? How you doing?
Man, please, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I've been looking forward to talking to you or whatever. First of all, here's what I want to do, because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn, you got a good point. You got a good point. It's no big, it's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question. How would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age?
How would you describe yourself? Now, both of these, now, Stephen A is definitely a tap dancer. He getting paid by Disney, ESPN. If y'all don't know, they have Stephen A. He's the disciplinary. He's the one that's supposed to speak the discipline out to the athletes, to the players, Kyrie Irving, when they didn't want to get a shot. You heard Stephen A. You know, he's the one that's supposed to go on TV and bash these guys. That's Stephen A's job, really. He's the one that's supposed to, you know, remember we was talking about OJ. You know, everybody was like, man, rest in peace, OJ. And he was like, hold on, y'all. OJ is not somebody to be celebrated. We ain't doing it. They give him the job to like just discipline the people outside, but it's not working no more. Antoine Daniels, he really just be doing a lot of videos. Like if you go look at his content right now, Antoine Daniels' content that he does the most numbers with is talking bad about Black people. It's like the same kind of content Officer Daniels put. It's like they gotta like have some bad narrative about Black people. Stephen A is a tether. Yeah, he's a tether, man. But when you don't pick a side, it makes it to where you can disguise a lot better too. But we can tell when you're not grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Grassroots is they're gonna be firm, you know, on grassroots. But
a conservative, or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know you believe you are?
Now, let me address this now, y'all, just so y'all can understand where I'm coming from with this guy, Antoine Daniels. Y'all see how I just did the video on Shelia McFurless, and they told the public that this lady was running a campaign trying to get into office, and she wasn't even running the ads out of her account, meaning somebody else was paying for her to get in the seat that she's in. Now, this brings us to Antoine Daniels, right? he came out of nowhere, right? But he just fit right in the political field. Anytime somebody come into the industry, fam, and they come in on a on politics, they're probably planted. I feel like he planted. I feel like Antoine Daniels was a plant. Somebody had to, like, he taking a check. Like something got him aligned to where he got to where he at. He ain't just get everything from the muscle. This is just my opinion, though.
I wouldn't define myself as a conservative first. I would define myself as a saint first.
Saint?
I'm a saint, right? And it's a difference between a Christian and a saint. A saint is a person that believes every word in the word, right? We don't differentiate. We don't pick and choose which part of the Bible we believe. Even if I'm not perfect or I'm not doing everything right, I define myself by my belief in God. That's first, above all. And then everything else comes after that, right? So I am conservative, which I used to be Democrat. I'm not going to say liberal, but I am a Republican. I'm a conservative Republican. I've been married since I was 22 years old. So I've been married for the better part of 22 years. I'm a father. And then more importantly, I'm a bag chaser. So I'm always going to do the thing that adds value into people's lives, and I expect to be fairly compensated as a result of it.
Style or substance or here.
But my thing is, when you have to explain yourself and the first two things that you say, bruh, is Republican and conservative and then Christian. If y'all heard what he said, like if somebody say, like, who is you? What are you? I'm a Republican, conservative, and it's like that's already letting us know that something ain't right about it.
There's another choice. Don't stop until you have everything. In the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate, we are professional grade.
When you decide,
if you ask somebody what they are and they go to say, yes, I'm a Republican, conservative, or whatever they say words before like it's an establishment before them. It's kind of like they almost into a kind of like a gang. It's kind of like repping your gang first before you represent yourself. But I want to know what y'all think about that.
Decided to support Trump in 2024. What was it about the MAGA movement that made you support it? Was it the fact that you are, as you described, or was there something different transpiring in 2024 that you saw compelled you to gravitate towards that?
Well, the first thing is I felt like the election was stolen from him in 2020. There's no way that anybody can convince me that Joe Biden is the most popular president of all time and he got over 81 million votes. I'm not going for it. The second thing is that I start to take a deeper look at my own life, right? Because especially as Black people in the community, we taught to automatically vote Democrat regardless because we Black, right?
Yeah.
But when I started to deep dive into the things that Democrats stood for, it wasn't the fact that Republicans or Trump or that got my attention is the things that I didn't align with the party that I had been voting for based off of what my family told me to do, right? I don't believe in
groups in front of when somebody got to explain what you is like, dang, are they paying you? Like, that must be a way where you getting your something for you to make that much important to these people. You know how some people put doctor before their name, they want to be known as a doctor. You Caribbean terror. That's why there's the same grifter Eco plays about. Big facts. Those words are attached to sedition and should be treated like a crime. I'm telling you.
I don't believe in, a lot of the stuff, my dollars going to the federal government and letting them manage my money more than I can. I believe in smaller government. I believe in spirituality. I believe in a lot of the things. And so when I started to figure out, what are we doing? Why am I voting this way? I started to explore, what about Trump didn't I like? And I realized that it was more propaganda that was fed to me and that, he was supposedly be racist and all of this stuff. And then I started to evaluate every other president.
He almost got away with You know, everybody who watched Antoine, we always knew he was like, he's lame, right? We knew like he's a lame type of guy, and it ain't nothing wrong. Listen, it ain't nothing wrong with being lame. If you whoever you are, that's who you are, right? But the problem is when you try to be somebody you're not, right? So he always pushes us, you know, he married, he got this going on, but we can tell that, you know, he wanted to flamboyant his money. Like he wanna be that fit. He wanna be that guy. He wanna know what that feeling was like. Cause he probably seen people in high school and in college, and you know, they was making rounds with women and having their interactions with women, and he just couldn't do it at the time. The only way he could be able to be like, you know, have a good relationship with women is if he had a lot of money. That's how he looks to me, though. Why he sounds so moist. No, he's lame. God, I just hate how Antoine Daniels move. For real, man, it's sad, but it's like this is what they do to be joining in groups. You know, he's joining in the Republican group. He wants to be, he's joining into the Christian group so he can group his whole bunch. He can group himself in a whole bunch where he can align himself with Christians and Republicans. A lot of people do it for the money. They really call themselves these names, like I'm a Republican, I'm a Christian. They say this because it attached them with a whole group of people that they can align with. And it's really about the community. You want to go, Antoine Daniels remind me of those influencers that front. Yeah. For real, man. We go get it. Let's go.
That came before him. And I realized that he's just a quote unquote straight shooter, right? I mean, he just tells it like it is, regardless of whether you agree with him or not. And most of the things that he said, I aligned with.
You know, one of the things I want to push back on you on this notion about the 2020 election from this perspective. I believe that the election was legit, but not for the reasons one would think. I totally agree with you. I don't believe anywhere in hell 81 million people wanted Joe Biden to be president. But I do believe 81 million people wanted anybody but Donald Trump. So because of that, it makes it because of that, it made it believable in terms of chaos, how much noise was being made. You know how people were like, you had people celebrating in the streets like, oh my God, we're finally free. You saw how exaggerative and how extra folks were when Trump was put out of office. So I'm saying that to me was emblematic of a large portion of America saying we wanted a break from all of that noise. That's why I believe the election was legitimate.
Okay, Stephen A. So let me push back at you a little bit.
Sure.
Why are Democrats so against voter ID?
Style or substance?
Well, hold on. We ain't got to, me and you align with that. It don't make no. I'm not supporting. Listen, you got to have an ID for everything. They ain't right. I'm with you with that. I mean, I do think it was ridiculous, but I also pay attention to Senator Fetterman, who's been supported for the most part of the Republicans.
Fetterman.
When Fetterman said, quote, he said certain things about the SAFE Act are a bit extra. Yeah, you essentially got to have a passport, and it is more difficult to get ID, you know, under these restrictions that they're putting out there than it was before. So I do believe that, but that doesn't mean that both sides can't come together and resolve that in a damn day. And for the Democrats to act like no ID should be required or whatever, like California and some of the stuff I learned about them and what they're doing under Gavin Newsom, that is utterly ridiculous. So you and I we ain't far off on that.
But that tells me, though, that they're fighting for it for a reason. And I don't believe it's because they really believe that people are being disenfranchised at the polls. I believe that they're fighting for it because they truly believe that it's going to affect whether or not they get elected and future elections. And I believe that the Democrats, their whole strategy, because as people get older and wiser, this is not even my opinion, this is a fact. Most people evolve to become more conservative, and then they sometimes, more often than not, deflect over and to become a Republican, right? When you're younger, that's really a Democrat's game is being, you know, liberal, right? Because you don't know any better. But as people get older and wiser, they never defect from the Republican Party over to the Democrat Party. It's usually the other way around, right? So what they have to do is they have to find new voters and new people that support them. And I believe that The civil rights movement was hijacked by feminism. Feminism ultimately was hijacked by the LGBTQ movement, which Obama ushered in, and he solidified that.
That's fair.
I believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion was ultimately the thing that they really leaned on in order to make sure that they had.
It's like he'll say some points, but you can tell he ain't for us because he'll switch when it comes to reparations and stuff. Conservative and Republican are two different things. It is. But to say both of them, it's like, why would you? I never heard nobody say both of them. I agree, Queen. What Queen said. I do agree with his talking points in regard to voting. Yeah, like, look, he'll hit some points. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll hear some points that he say, and I'll be like, dang, he'd be saying something, but then you don't sound like you a brother on other things. It's like, dang, bro, it's like, why you doing this content on your people like this? You can be a Democrat, conservative, and a Republican liberal. Bro, this whole politics trait, this whole stuff, they call it whatever they call it themselves, bro. Is getting confusing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they call themselves. But Antoine is in line with white nationalists, with a black wife and a black daughter, and he doesn't like black community. Yeah, he's like a Officer Tatum. He's similar to Officer Tatum. They giving him that check too. They paying them
people in the voter rolls that not only identified as black, not only identified as Latino, not only identified based off of their sexuality, but they needed a whole new voter class. And I think the immigrants was definitely the play. And that's why they're fighting so hard against voter ID.
But I don't disagree with most of that. What I'm saying is we can point to things that the Republicans do, the conservatives do, to position themselves for the same thing. For example, when you're redistricting in Texas, for example, and other places, you're doing that because you want to position yourself to get most votes.
Absolutely.
This is politics. This is politics.
Absolutely.
So in other words, we can't hate on one side for coming up with a mechanism, you understand, to curry more votes in your favor.
We have to, Stephen A. And the reason that we have to is because it's one thing to, you said it yourself. I can't even jump on an airplane unless they identify who I am. I can't get a place to stay. I can't get a car. I can't get anything. But I can determine who it is that makes the laws that ultimately govern us. Like if that isn't the thing that we need to protect more than anything else in our culture, in our society, I don't know what is. So we have to be vigilant to make sure that every vote is valid and every vote is counted. And we can't just let, mail-in ballots or people being able to, I say gaslight us and to believe in that, this election is free and fair when it's not. And I don't believe that that's what happened in 2020.
Well, let me tell you this too. Let me tell you, because you left out something that's very, very important, Anton. When you in New York City and you need an ID to shovel snow.
Yeah, he do give vibes of Officer Tatum. That's what he remind me of, really. Reminded me of Officer Tatum.
But you fight. I mean, you talk about telling on yourself. I mean, Mom Donnie and the Democrats. I mean, it just went out the window. You fighting for the safe act not to exist, but in the same breath, you require an ID to shovel damn snow. I mean, that argument went out the window for them. There's no question.
I don't understand. I know you were born and raised in Queens. I know your roots is definitely New York. I know you a Knicks fan, and it breaks my heart to see what the Pistons are going to do to the Knicks. However,
I thought I liked you, bro. You got to bring up the Pistons. You got to do that to me, bro. I mean, you got to do that. All right, go ahead, man.
However, I have to say that you must be disappointed in what is happening in New York. And I'm not even talking about with Kathy Hochul. I'm not just talking about with Zoran Mamdani. I'm talking about city council. I'm talking about Eric Adams. Everything that has transpired over the last 5 years in New York has ultimately led to you guys electing somebody.
You put, if you had to choose who to hang out with, what you put? If you had to, if I had to choose who to hang out with, I would rather hang out with Tatum. I'm sorry, Daniels is that annoying. I thought you was talking about them too. Tatum, I don't like either one of them, to be real. I couldn't even imagine choosing one. Both of them to me
that hasn't even been born inside of the United States of America, and y'all married today. So it bothers me. It bothers me that this country, is going the way that it's going.
You use the word disappointed. Nah, bro, I'm scared. I think New York is going to be an unmitigated disaster. I'm scared as hell.
Now, Renee is love. That's against reparations, who is black. Either tethers. Herschel said, I'd be home alone. Yeah, I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that goddamn Officer Tatum, bro. I mean, both of them in the same boat to me, but Officer Tatum really have content disrespecting black people. You know what I mean? Like, dang, like he be going a little bit harder than Antoine Daniels. But it's crazy. Let's let a little bit more of this play, and we're gonna get to the next.
I already moved out the state, bro. I already bought a house in Florida. I ain't gonna lie to you. I already bought a house in Florida. I'm like, hell with this. This is an absolute mess. So you have your points. I'm just saying that you're making points about the Democratic Party. What would you say about the Republican Party? You're not about to sit up here and act like they're paragons of virtue, right? And that they're always honest and straightforward. We're not gonna do that, are we?
No, I think that Bush II was the worst president in my lifetime. Absolutely.
Yes, he is. They gonna act like they see a real person is gonna say that both of the sides work together. That's what somebody real is gonna say. When you getting paid, you gonna not say that. You gonna want to say, look, man, it's the left. You know, they're not gonna really tell us that, look, bro, both of them sides is pimping. There's different types of pimping. You can pimp two different ways, and they're doing it both of those two different ways. But that's just my opinion. I mean,
absolutely hated him because of the things that he did to the economy. That was the worst time of my life. I went broke. I think that Obama inherited a mess. I don't think that everything that Obama did was wrong. I actually think that Trump's policies more or less align with what Obama was doing in 2008, 2009, 2010, right? If you look at Nancy Pelosi's policies back in 96, right? If you look at what Joe Biden said that he stood for, if you look at what Obama represented, those are the same things that Trump represent. They want to make it seem like, well, him deporting illegal migrants is such a bad thing. Obama deported over 3 million people. In his terms. Trump didn't even deport 1 million people in his first term in office. So I don't think that what Trump is doing is so radical. I think that what he's doing is more closely aligned with what moderate Democrats was doing back in the 90s.
So with that being said, is it fair to say that you wouldn't be against the Democratic Party if it represented what those Democrats represented back in the day, that your real problem is with the progressive movement that appears to have taken over the Democratic Party, and that's what you completely disassociating yourself from?
No, absolutely not. I believe in less government. I believe that people that are here, they should be here legally. I don't believe in men and women's bathrooms. I believe in smaller, much, much smaller government. I don't believe in higher taxes. I don't believe that you are independent. I think that you are conservative. I think you're a Republican. And not just with your dollar. I think that you are a Republican, but I don't think that you are willing to admit it openly because of the backlash that comes along with the Black community and not supporting people.
Man, listen. If you are conservative and you gonna still stand on our policies, our business, we don't care. But we understanding the real ones is not gonna join into this circus. They understanding it's a circus. And we don't knock people for, just because you a political party, we like, you ain't right. We don't look at you like that. But if you go to Coonan, you feel me? If you just pushing the policies for us, you good. You feel me? But if you go in there and you trying to cater to other people, yeah, bro, you should receive backlash. Everything that our ancestors been through and what they tried to push for us, to see y'all get in the office and act like that. It's embarrassing, bro. So when they say you don't want to get the pushback, it ain't got nothing to do with us. It got to do with them. Like, they want him to be hidden so he can have an influence on us. Because if they know if you're a conservative or a Republican, it's like gang banging. You like showing your flag to everybody. You showing what you repping. Just like when them people come in my chat and they bang their flag. They put their flag in as soon as when they come in. That's what it is to do one of these Republicans or Democrats. But Stephen A. trying to hide his hand right now. You feel me? Black Americans were the OG Republicans. Democrats of the past is the same party today. The earliest Republicans were Black Americans. Yeah, true that. True. Big facts. I'm with you on that. Fuck them both, though. What have either one of these done to progress Black people's plight, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you even say you Democrat or you say you Republican, ask them what has the Democrats or the Republicans did that it was like something that Black people can really, trophy. What have they did? Like, did you even say anything in politics in general? Politics have benefited people who got businesses and money and want policies put together. Other than that, it ain't for the people, bro. My flag black. J Money, salute, fam. Black Space Warrior. Democrats are pro-slavery. Put nothing. Yeah, man, like, this is what I'm saying. That's why we seen with them boys, Fred Hampton, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton. They didn't have to get into politics. They wasn't repping this other stuff. Our people's in the 60s, the White Waters Workshop, all of the programs that they built, bruh, they didn't give a damn about the government. They wasn't giving a damn about voting. All this Black people caring about voting stuff came after the Black Caucus came into play. But in the 60s, bro, we had our own militia groups. It was like you couldn't walk around and talk about I'm a politician because that wasn't popular then. It was these little subgroups that we had that was coming up. Elijah Muhammad was talking about fuck both parties. We should be building group economics. Big fact. This is what I'm saying. It's in our history, bro. Our history, them people ain't care about nothing about politics. Whoever got something done in our community, they got it done without going through being a Democrat or a Republican. I know they saying that Black people started the Republican Party, but we didn't see nobody do nothing for Black people like the Black Panther Party. Can we agree on that? Can we say that was the biggest group of people that we seen that did actually work that you could see for the community, for the people? Can we agree on that, y'all? Can we say that? I want to know if we hear. The mayor of New York just won a lawsuit of $2 million, put fast food. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Can we say that the Black Panther Party did the most out of any organization? You could put the NAACP there. You could put any Black Lives Matter, any of them. We can really put the Black Panther Party and what they did like number one. This is the only group that we know that actually was boots on the ground, city to city, state to state, with the guns, with the protection, everything. But the problem I have with that is that my dollar is being taxed so many different ways that I'm going to need some assistance for that. Them and the NOI. He put yes, 100. Okay, yes. I'm seeing everybody saying yes. Yep. It is no other group that we could say that did the things that they did. So I would argue the Nation of Islam was bigger on a global scale. I don't even know about a global scale, fam, because, Black Panther Party was everywhere. And this is why I'm going to give the Black Panther Party over the NOI. I have not known about the government trying to, COINTELPRO and take the NOI down like that. The NOI is still running. They took the Black Panther Party down. You know what I'm saying? So the NOI is still moving around. Yes, Black Panthers put the government to shame so bad that their free breakfast program and free clinics made the start a WIC and state ran free clinics. This is what I'm saying. What did the NOI do that can compare to what the Black Panthers did as far as free breakfast and free clinics? What did the NOI did? Yeah, what did the NOI really do? Like, that's what we got to understand that, because they still around here pushing. Not to knock them, bro, because, I mean, they be saying some stuff. When I hear them brothers speak, they be speaking, but I don't know of them actually doing something, family. Is it just me? Nation of Islam war everywhere too. But I'm saying, we can say the Black Panther Party started free breakfast, free clinics. They provided safety for people in the communities, Black communities, state to state. People copied their program in other countries, everywhere. They started a White Panther Party for Black. It's like, bro, what kid you like? Name me somebody. Like, there's nobody even close, family, that I had to really think about it. It's no party and it's nothing that's close. So why would a Black person, right? We ain't saying the Democrat Party is not even in the top 20 of any Black company, Black organizations that help the Black people the most. Number one would be Black Panther Party, and I don't even know who would be number two. Y'all saying the Nation of Islam. We got to start doing research. Founded the University of Islam schools in 47 cities by 1974. Provided security service for local businesses and housing projects in cities like Washington, D.C. Right, but did you see how, like, you saying we got to do research? Check this out, though. You like, we got to research the Nation of Islam, right? But the Black Panther Party, right? We wasn't even around during the Black Panther Party, but we know about their free lunch and their free clinics. We know about that. Everybody will tell you about that. You don't have to research and find that out. That's something that you just know. You feel me? If I got to research and find something about what a Black organization did and it's not like that, I can't put them ahead of those guys. That's just my opinion. Because that's just something like, you know, they was out there feeding them kids. They was out there caring about people who sick. Okay, so that's like critical. And it was free. So the NOI have done a lot. Black, you put the NOI have done a lot. Black Panther Party have done a lot, mostly in California. Okay, all due respect, but schools ain't a flex. We have HBCUs. We got to understand the Black Panther Party was mostly in California. Yes, they had other chapters. Yeah, they had chapters in Chicago. It was in New York. They had chapters in 48 states, family. Yes, we know about what did that in California. I live in D.C. They never did that in D.C. But our point was saying that because you put the Nation of Islam in the same stage as Black Panther Party, when the NOI has been around, they've never been, I can't say that they've been infiltrated. I can't say that nothing really, you know what I'm saying? They're still around right now. They still got their leaders. Malcolm X did make NOI have a bad name from what he said about the NOI. But the Black Panther Party, we know that they was putting agents in there trying to bring it down. And they were successful. They were successful in breaking that down. The government was successful in bringing down anything that was very prosperous for Black people. So that's why I'm not saying Trey that NOI, but NOI just looking a little fishy. That you've been around for so long. You've been around for a minute. You get me? You've been around for a minute. It shouldn't even be close. We shouldn't even be having a discussion, fam, about who did the most work. We should be saying NOI, bro. NOI putting in work right now. They've been around since Malcolm X, and they still around right now. Am I lying or am I flying? The FBI, he put the FBI and CI infiltrated the okay, you saying they infiltrated them too? That's how they got Malcolm. Okay. The NOI has been persecuted. Okay, that's how they got Malcolm. He put under J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI heavily surveillance and infiltrated the Nation of Islam through informants, undercover agents, wiretaps, and COINTELPRO operations. Okay. The NOI has not done anything comparable to the Black Panthers when you consider the Million Man March and other fundraising efforts as far as what the Black community as a whole benefited from. I gotta agree, man. Gotta agree. Y'all put facts. Tether Con. Fam, listen. The FBI had people inside the NOI most and leadership circles. One of the most mentioned alleged informants was John Ali. But my point is, Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, they ain't touch them guys. Malcolm X, you know what I mean? They touched him. It's people that feel that the NOI did that. If you hear what Farrakhan was saying, Farrakhan was talking like, and if we did it, so what? I ain't gonna play it, but it seemed like it was, some people can take it as the NOI took out Malcolm X. Some people feel like that. They don't feel like it was, you know what I'm saying? They feel like it was actually the NOI. You know who had real boots on the ground because they're no longer here. This is what I'm trying to explain to homie, man. You know, I'm sure it was some people in that NOI that stood solid and probably was, but they've been around the longest and they don't, we hear them talking. They talk a good talk. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you hear them NOI boys talk, they talk to you like, you know what I'm saying? They the next coming of Malcolm. For real, for real. Nation Islam played a central role in creating and organizing the Million Man March in 95. Louis Farrakhan and the NOI were the driving force behind the event. I gotta agree with you, Queen. We don't need government, but yet we're forced to pay into it. So we need an organization to make sure our tax dollars is going into our community, untapped resources going to, yeah. Shout out, this can't be real though. I appreciate you for tapping that in. Yeah, we gotta build, we gotta protect our resources. What I'm saying, nothing came out of the Million Man March, y'all. Like, let's talk about tangibles. What group gave the Black community the most tangible results, tangible solutions? Who did the most solution-based activities? Let's talk about the solution-based that worked. The only two things that work for Black people, right, is the free lunch and the free health clinics. That's what the Black Panther Party did, and that's what's still moving out here today. They still got that. They're still like, that was started by them, and we can still see that in effect today. So those two tangibles, us saying that, there's no way we can even put nobody else in the Panthers. We can't say they, this is my opinion, we can't say their name in the same sentence as the Panthers because they don't have nothing tangible that we can see that was used. That the government actually said, you know what? We need to take them out and we're going to use what they're doing. That's big. That's powerful. Panthers all day, other than California and Chicago. A million a million match in 2026 is needed, but it won't happen. I mean, a Million Man March, I don't think it did nothing back then when they did the Million Man March. When they did the Million Man March, what happened? I mean, I want to speak, like, I'm talking about stuff that actually work and it makes sense for us to do right now. And I don't know too much about the NOI. I know Trey told me I need to do my research, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know Black Panther was out there with that free lunch for them kids. They cared about the elders. They wanted to get free clinics for the elders so we wouldn't be, you know what I mean? That's real that's real tangible results. You can't play around. You know what I'm saying? That's real stuff. Yeah, there's also the SCLC. Yep, they did their thing too. On a lighter note, I am going to the next $1 million man march, and I'm going to charge every man $1 for a hug. How to become a millionaire. How long you think it'll take you? You may have to charge $10, man. Salute. Million Man didn't do nothing but scuff up some shoes. They marched and donated some money and had some folks up there chit-chatting to guys out there, and then they went home. The end. That's what I'm saying. Listen, y'all, I'm ready for real solutions that we know gonna work, family. You feel me? Like, so all them black men march and nothing happened. But even when it's a black group, I'm not gonna give props to a Marxist group and an inclusion group, and that's what ultimately failed with the Panthers. Yeah, they were so, but listen, check this out. The government made it like that. I think the government made them inclusive because they was putting that Asian guy in. They were putting people in there. And I think that, salute first class, I think that they were having these ideas come in through the agents that was posted there. I don't think that's what them brothers really would have came up with if the agents wasn't there, in my opinion. Levon, dang, we got to get you off a new edition. That's crazy. I appreciate that. Dang, I feel special, family. I feel special. Levon, salute to you. That's crazy. Salute. It's Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam, Mama Lisa. But even back then, black folks were talking about what was the Million Man March for. Yeah. So Trey, is you saying that if you would have to give you, Trey, I want to get how you feel. If you had to give who did the most for black, what group, organization, whatever, gang, neighborhood, whoever, who did the most for black people, your top 3 would be who? Because I would say my top 3 would be the Black Panther Party. I couldn't even give 3, family. I can't sit here and say Black Panther's done a lot for me because they never were a presence in DC. Not even DC. I ain't saying DC. I'm saying black communities across America as a whole. What organization group would you say did the most, that has the #1 trophy as the person that put in the most work? That's all I want to hear. I know I don't want to make this anecdotal. I want to make it like from a global standpoint. Booker T. Washington and Black Panther Party. Okay. I can see Booker T. Even from a DC, look, give it to me from a DC perspective, family. I want to know what group would you say? You feel me? If you're gonna say NOI, say NOI. You know that was you, but I want to get that's just something that I want to hear from all of our people too. What group or organization impacted them the most? You feel me? Or they knew that impacted our community the most. I'm not saying Black Panthers ain't did shit. They were influenced. But I'm not going to sit here and say NOI because the Black Panthers were influenced by Malcolm. Yeah, the Black Panthers were influenced by Malcolm. That's what I'm saying. And we kind of look at Malcolm different. We don't look at him as being a part of the NOI. Even though he was a part of the NOI, we don't look at him as an NOI person. You know what I'm saying? We look at Malcolm X as Malcolm X, but we look at Black Panther Party as they kind of was pushing some of that Malcolm X talk. Those bean pies wasn't influenced. Man, you shut up, man. Salute, 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 man. Let me yeah. Okay. I had an amazing time, first class thing. Okay. I never had a bean pie. Me too, man. I never had a bean pie, family. People always talk about it. We're going to get off of Antoine them, though. But I never had a bean pie before. I don't even know how it would taste. Salute, salute, fam. We're going to get on to the next topic, but you the first one that's saying me either not interested at all. DC was on something different. No, it was a chapter right there in DC, though, family. You saying that it was no chapter in Washington, D.C. for the Black Panther? I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think they had it, fam. Yeah, fam. I just looked it up. Washington, D.C. had a Black Panther Party chapter, active primarily from 1969 to 74. Located in the Adams Morgan's neighborhood, the D.C. chapter established community center, free food programs, free health clinics. They had them in D.C. Fam, what you talking about? He said he did have one where it was small. How you know it was small, fam? You had one. Long as you had free health clinics and free lunch, I mean, free breakfast for them kids, you had it, fam. Please get your... Yeah, I had it. Let me tell Mama Lisa that you doing. There you go. Water God, that was home rule. That was home rule. That was home rule. The Adams Morgan neighborhood, man. That's your neighborhood, family. Man, that's your neighborhood, family. Hey, DC is divided by different wards. We don't operate as a whole city. Y'all don't know DC geography. Man, listen, I just looked up and seen that the Black Panthers were there, family. They were passing out them bean pies up there. You know that. What they doing in Adams Morgan, we don't do up here. Okay. I thought Adams was your hood. What they say, no, the name of it was Adams Morgan neighborhood. Yeah. Black Panther wasn't a religious organization. They were a group, economic, supportive, defensive organization. Okay. Salute, Mama Lisa. I remember back in the 80s when the word started catching on. Do what I'm saying? In his neighborhood, I mean, it wasn't in his neighborhood. He's saying it was somewhere there. But in DC, it was a chapter out there, and they was giving out free lunches and had free, you know what I mean? See, it starts with individual and an idea. Something simple. Start with trying to repopulate a small abandoned town with a few families to grow food. That family buys from a start, charter schools there. I never said the Black Panther was a thing in DC. I'm saying it wasn't large. Okay, you saying it was all right. It was a thing, but it wasn't large. I'm with you on that, but can you give Black Panther? I didn't hear you say you won't say Black Panther was had the biggest impact in any group organization. That's what I'm saying for Black people. That's what had me like, hold on. I don't know. First class couldn't taste like sweet potato pie. I never said what she said. I'm sorry, I can't. I see, bro. It's something you got. Like you ain't finna get a Panthers Day. You ain't finna get a Panthers Day props. Damn, you ain't finna get a Panthers Day prop. Hold on. My little man yelling like that for. Nah, no. Nah, you wasn't here when I played that video. I gotta play it for him now. Y'all done made me get into this. And I want you to tell me about this. What's that man's name? I'm finna let you see this. We're gonna, and I want to know if you think this Trey, how exclusive they was. Listen, that's what tore them down because they was really exclusive. But what did you feel about this? This is what I want to get you to understand. How did you feel about this?
Oh yes, in this there was a captain. He was one of the karate experts who taught on the entire East Coast, Eastern region, and he found out that in October he didn't cease being a captain, but his influence or authority was placed beneath that of Clarence, the captain who's in Boston. Clarence was put over Joseph, and shortly after that, as Leon Amir testified, Clarence,
so you already know Farrakhan was a snake. So you know he was a snake. And that's one of the heads. I can't forget your man. Water God, I've seen this clip already. I'm saying, I'm saying what they done for the prostitute and criminal. That's how the Crips and Blood started. Big facts. And then late night with H2. Oh God. Salute, Volo. Shout out to my guy Volo, man. Water God, they reformed them and made them businessmen and prominent members of society. But do you see how we saying, like, you can't bring up no dirt on the Black Panther Party name? They were infiltrated. Like, you could say that they wasn't exclusive, but it's dirt on the NOI name that they, you know, made an agreement with them people. You know, it's dirt on their name that they snakes. That's all I'm saying. So to hold more weight over them, over the Black Panther Party, that they ain't have no smut on their name. Hey, Ainswell from Philly, so I know he know about them. I know you know about them bean pies, Ainswell. I know Ainswell know about them bean pies out there in Philly, fam. So was the NOI. What you mean, so was the NOI? Water God, I'm saying they done good work and they made a lot of strides, but politically and culturally, I can't rock with their Marxist views. That's just my point. Okay. But what about, so what can't you rock with Farrakhan? You can't rock with them in certain things they doing? Black colonizer language. Yeah, I'm gonna get off this. Y'all seen this before, so I ain't gonna beat it across your head. But y'all know how we do. But we can say that, you know, the politics didn't do anything for us. It had to be groups outside of politics. That's really where we was at with all of this. That was the whole point. Water, check out Elijah Muhammad meeting with the Triple K. That what I'm saying. I heard about that. I heard about the secret agreement. The secret meeting turned into a secret agreement with Elijah Muhammad. I ain't gonna hurt. Listen, I ain't finna break him down like that, man. He probably really have high hopes for the NOI. I ain't gonna do it to him. That the message is solid. The NOI were infiltrated as well as the Panthers. For real. No. Definitely could be. Yeah. Them some solid brothers. Nationalism to fruit. That's true. They did switch. They went to the fruit. Why they went to the fruit? Did them people make them switch to the fruit? We're gonna get into some more topics here. What's going on with them? All of them Pan-Africans meet with white. I agree with white supremacists. Oh yeah, I agree. Yours truly, beloved Nikki. What's good? Them bean pies in Philly taste like mini sweet potato pies. Not identical. The color and texture is different. Okay. I know my boy Ainswell. No, I know you know, boy, because listen, in Philly, that was the thing, bro. That's how I got some family that was from Philly, bro. That's the thing. That was the thing. Was that Islam? At the end of the day, I advocate for group economics. I just have my own different perspective. No, I'm with you, bro. I'm just more right wing with it. No, I'm with group economics too, man. I just want us to come together and do the things that I know that's gonna work. you know, especially if it worked in the past. True bean pies has its own distinct taste, but sweet potato pie is the closest I can say it. How can a bean taste sweet though? That's my point. How can you get beans to taste sweet? When I think about a bean pie, that don't come to me, you know, like a sweet potato pie. Because sweet potatoes are sweet. Pie is supposed to be sweet. So it's like, I never had a bean pie, but when I think of a bean pie, I'm thinking of, it doesn't sound sweet to me. You feel me? Is that me? Is that just me? How y'all feel about that? You can't ride past the zoo without seeing them with the bean pies and final call. For real. Soybeans and baked beans. Okay. Yeah, baked beans is sweet. No, man, when I be making them, no, you gotta put that syrup in there for them baked beans. I ain't never had a bean pie. Okay. Y'all about to make me pull up on the NOI tomorrow, man. Let me get a free bean pie, man. I haven't had one though. But you is right though. I did taste some baked beans before, but they sweeten them. It wasn't like it's a sweet thing. Is a soybean sweet? I don't know, man. I ain't really in. Yeah, it's crazy work, Water God. I was shocked the first time I had it, but it tastes kind of like close to a bean pie. Volo on that YOLO time, like white nationalists to white patriotism. Know what I'm saying? Dang, Queen G, you from Philly, you never had a bean pie? That's crazy. Boston baked beans was the only sweet beans I knew of, other than putting sugar in the regular baked beans. For real, like you had to add sweetening to the baked beans, bro. So when I first think of a bean pie, it doesn't register as something sweet. But that y'all saying it is, you know. That's why people never had a bean pie, because it don't sound like a tasty thing. It don't sound like something that'll be tasty. My dad used to make them. You take the white bean and cook it down to the paste and add lots of honey, put it in the crust, then bake it. I think it's navy beans. Man, y'all about to make me try something, see if I can make me a bean pie, man, from the crib. It's actually tasty. I might have to put something together, man. Bean pie. Yeah, bean pies are good as fuck, like pecan pie. Right. So listen, pecan pie. Now I can understand that because pecans ain't sweet, but for some reason, pecan pie, it got a sweet name to it. When I think of pecan pie, I'm still registering something sweet. Yours truly, beloved. Yeah, man, we done got on bean pie. You put the chat done roast me. Nah, Trey, we just talking about bean pie. We ain't roasting you, fam. You said you never had a pecan pie. Yeah, a pecan ain't sweet neither, but y'all know how we do. You don't like pecan pie. He said you don't even like sweet potato pie. No, it's all good. I don't mind a little. Yeah, I mean, I don't even sweet potato pie. Like I can have it, but it's not like something that comes like, man, I want some sweet potato pie. You're right, but it's something that I gotta have. Desperate times come from desperate measures. If you got the sweets and the munchies, I'll take it. Yeah, like if I'm at somebody house, sweet potato pie, I'm gonna take it, but. Bro, that's all we used to. Damn, man. We used to be limited on the I never had a move like I want a bean pie. I only tried the bean pies other people bought. Damn, I thought they give away bean pies, man. I ain't know you had to pay for them. That's crazy. There's no other food in the fridge for the bean pie. Shout out to First Class. First Class said he probably would have never ate a bean pie, but it was the only thing in the refrigerator. And like, let me go ahead and take this down. No, I don't blame you, First Class, bro. Look, some things gotta go. It used to be $5. Bro, I thought the bean pie was free. Like, you know, on the corner, they give you the bean pie in the newspaper for a donation. I ain't gonna say free, but for a donation. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was riding by the crib and NOI dude pulled over. Like, I ain't see no bean pies though. I seen the magazine and he wanted me to donate. It's probably too hot in Florida to be having bean pies on you. You're not supposed to beg though. I'm saying I thought they give you the bean pies and they just want a donation. I ain't know that they actually cost money. Like it's a cost to them bean pie. $5 for the bean pie, $1 for the final call donation. Okay. That's how they do it here in DC. Okay. They trick you into getting a bean pie. Man, I got these sweet bean pies for you. $4.99. Don't look at them in the eye. The final call had Quincy Jones on the cover. Man, why y'all giving it to the NOI like this, man, on this Good Friday, bro? When they hit you with that, I got an offer for you, brother. Bro, so I got a question for y'all. Is it a problem that we got some black people that are Christian and some black people that are Muslim? Is that a problem? No, we got black people that are something else too. Christian, Muslim. You got just spiritual black people that believe in a high power, believe in Yahweh. Respect the platform and salute yours truly, beloved. They're not as bad as the brother trying to sell you oils, though. Yeah, the religion doesn't matter at all to me what you believe. Yeah. Yeah, it don't matter what you believe, but I mean, if that gets in the way of other things, man, that's not a problem. Shouldn't matter. If you live by what that boy said, I know it ain't go that fast. That's not a problem. Let me see what he said. Shouldn't matter if you live by the laws on whatever religion you choose. Yeah. It start to matter when you say, yeah. It's people that say they're Arab. You put, yeah, it matters what you do. So think about this, y'all. Since y'all saying that, they said FBA is being divisive, but nobody never said, we never hear nobody say religion is divisive for Black people. But when we did FBA, it was like, that's being divisive. Fee from H-Town. I saw Malcolm X. Shout out my boy Volo, man, holding me down. X and has said something. Malcolm was above his time. He predicted a lot of things. Read his notes. Salute, Fee. I appreciate you. Fee from H-Town, that name. That's a wrong name. Put it like that. If you are just joining us now, please hit the like button, family. For real, man. We were just talking about, NOI, bean pies, and Malcolm X, and who did the most for the Black? Who did the most for the Black community? Who would get the trophy if we had an award right now to give an award to the best Black organization group to do the best, to do the most for Black people? Who would y'all say? Who would it be? Did you know MLK and Malcolm both died before the age of 40? Damn. No. Yeah, man, that the good die young, huh? They got my people young. Who's the award for the one of the most did the most damage to us? Let's look at it in a positive way, Levon. I mean, yes, a lot of people did the damage, but we trying to who did the most damage? We could choose that. Who would you choose, Water God? Black Panther. Yeah, I would say the Black Panthers. A brother came in and was like the NOI, the Nation of Islam, did a lot. And that's why we was going back and forth. But would I agree Martin Luther King did the most for us overall? No. I'm talking about actually action steps that worked. Martin Luther King was a part of integration, which wasn't a good step. Even the Civil Rights Bill, I don't see advancement for us. So I can't name something that he did that I can say that he really wanted us to get that check though, and he woke up. So I think that he was sincere towards the end of his life. He was trying to get it. That's true. Hip hop started out the Nation of Islam. He passed more legislation. Yeah, but that legislation ain't really do nothing for us, man. I think Jesse Jackson, it was easy to think of the negative, unfortunately. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, you feel like Jesse Jackson did the most. I'm going to say, I ain't going to say Jesse, the most person that did the most negative. It's the guy who, I would say W.E. Boyd Du Bois, the one who was for all of the Black Boule. I think he was the worst. It was a lot worse before the Civil Rights Bill. Salute Cassandra in the building. He put NAACP did the most damage. Herschel said it was worse before the Civil Rights Bill. So Darius McNair put Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad had property, their own dry cleaners, own carpooling service, etc. Okay. The Nation of Islam was Pan-Africans too. You saying MLK had the most results? I don't think he was more impactful than the Panthers. I don't think he had more results. Do y'all feel like MLK had more results than the Black Panther Party? You know, I want to get, I don't. CNC, Boule, Divine 9 did the most damage. Yeah, for real. Yeah, they did the most damage. But who did the most? That's what I'm saying. I can't say that Malcolm, Martin Luther King, or Malcolm X. The only way I can give Malcolm X something is because of what the Black Panther Party stood on, his principles, the stuff that he was saying. But the Black Panther Party actually was boots on the ground. City to city, state to state. Yeah, I don't see Martin Luther King having any results, family. He was talking now. They was talking that talk, but when it actually came down to boots on the ground, bro, Black Panther Party, we know they was out there. They was out there with them guns, bro. Come on, like they wasn't going. You see how they had to take out Fred Hampton? They had to shoot the man in the house, and they had to have an informant to do all of that, fam. Like, nah, I can't say that. I can't say nobody was boots on the ground like them. More national attention on racism, segregation, police brutality, poverty. I think Dr. King, brother awareness tonight. Fight though. We can go to any restaurant we want now. What? So, well, think about it. I think they would have wanted that kind of business anyway. No, I'm pretty sure you had to be a Muslim for them to deal with you. Hip hop is Islamic Christian faith from Clarence 113Z. I'm with you. Nikki, I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. They're saying that they did infiltrate the NOI. But the Black Panther Party got the NOI is still, you know what I'm saying? And they did that business. Yeah, they wanted that business. Not a political movement. Right. So when we talking about impact, we talking about who had the biggest impact, like what group. So it's like we can't name nobody that was bigger than the Panthers, bro. Ain't no group or we can't say did it bigger than the Panthers. Can't say Malcolm X. You can't say nobody. Now, if you take out the Black Panther Party, it was them people in Philly. What was them people in Philly that they had to bomb them? Shout out to my Philly people. Y'all know who this is. Ainswell and Queen G. Y'all had a group that they had bombed the people in Philly. They bombed a building. I forgot what they was, but they was a particular group. The Move members. Oh, they was called Move? Okay. Move 5, 1985. For real, in 85, right. Okay. Yeah, what was Move doing? Let's look up and see a little quick one on Move. I can't remember everything about it, but I remember hearing about it. Why they had a name like Move?
This week marked the 40th anniversary of one of the worst tragedies in the history of Philadelphia. In May 1985, the city's police department dropped an improvised bomb on a residential home that housed the Black revolutionary organization called MOVE. The bomb and the ensuing fire killed 11 members of the group, including 5 children, and destroyed more than 60 nearby homes. Ali Rogan reports on why so many are still coming to grips with what happened.
MOVE is a totally revolutionary organization.
The complicated story of MOVE begins in the early 1970s. The organization followed the teachings of their founder, John Africa, who advocated a lifestyle rooted in nature. All members took Africa's last name and lived communally in West Philadelphia.
We must fight back.
They were known for staging disruptive demonstrations and frequently clashing with authorities, protesting everything from police brutality and war to pet stores and zoos.
MOVE is and was an organization that's very much committed to life in all of its forms and whatever that looks like.
Tommy Oliver is the director of 40 Years a Prisoner, a 2020 HBO documentary that traces the group's origins.
They're committed to eating naturally, to living naturally, to not being reliant on technology.
We walked around naked a lot. As children, the organization they believed in vitamin D from the sun. They believed in allowing your skin to be tougher and stronger.
Mike Africa Jr.'s parents were both members of MOVE.
Yes, it was unorthodox, and yeah, some things were strange to some people, but for me, that was life.
That way of life often put MOVE at odds with local police and their neighbors, who accused them of creating unsanitary living conditions.
Them trying to live in the way that they wanted to live didn't sit well with a lot of people. So sometimes the neighbors, sometimes the city, and it escalated pretty significantly, pretty quickly.
In 1978, more than a year after the city issued an eviction notice, Philadelphia's then mayor, Frank Rizzo, ordered an attack on MOVE's home.
They're going to go either easy or hard way. That can be standing up or laying down.
The months-long standoff culminated in a shootout. One police officer was killed and MOVE's home was demolished. While MOVE maintains that the officer died by friendly fire, 9 of its members were convicted and sentenced to up to 100 years in prison, including Mike Africa Jr.'s parents.
The mayor admitted that he believed my parents were innocent. He believed that my parents were not in prison for the charge that they were charged with.
Police are inside MOVE headquarters in West Philadelphia conducting an intensive search for weapons.
He says the media's portrayal of MOVE was often exaggerated, and he says the organization was misunderstood even among many African Americans.
MOVE members are not the turn the other cheek type people. And a lot of people felt like pacifism was the answer. And MOVE members were not pacifistic. If a cop attacked them, they would fight back.
Tommy Oliver says those early confrontations, including that 1978 shootout, are critical to understanding what eventually happened 7 years later.
You had officers and members of the police force who wanted revenge.
In May of 1985, Philadelphia Mayor Wilson Goode ordered the organization to be removed once again from a home where they were living.
What we have out there is war.
And on May 13th, local news stations like WCAU in Philadelphia covered the escalating crisis throughout the day. Police would fire more than 10,000 rounds of ammunition into MOVE's row house before eventually dropping a bomb on it. The city's police commissioner at the time, Gregory Sambor, defended his officers that evening.
At no time did any police position fire
in an offensive posture. It was purely in a defensive posture.
11 MOVE members, including 5 children, were killed. While no city officials were criminally charged, a Philadelphia investigative commission later concluded that police actions were clearly excessive and, quote, unconscionable.
I don't think I'll ever recover or heal from what happened.
Mike Africa Jr., who was 6 at the time of the bombing, is now working as the legacy director of MOVE. He's reunited with his parents, who were released from prison in 2018 but remain on parole.
I've never heard of another case where a government has dropped a bomb on citizens in America. This is not something that you can repair back to normal. You have to find other ways to cope. And that's what I've been doing for the last 40 years.
In 2020, Philadelphia's City Council formally apologized for what happened, as has former Mayor Wilson Goode. But Africa Jr. says 4 decades later, he'd like the city to create a permanent memorial to commemorate all that was lost that day. In your opinion, why do you feel that so few Americans know about the events that took place 40 years ago?
I think the city of Philadelphia does a really good job of limiting the amount of exposure to what happened. I also think that MOVE history is a very controversial history that brings up a lot of trauma for a lot of people. Black people were killed by law enforcement. And, you know, if you saw what happened to George Floyd, and at a certain point, you're tired of hearing about the people that were getting killed by these police officers.
But that doesn't stop Mike Africa Jr. from his mission of making sure the history of MOVE and the tragic event that claimed 11 lives isn't forgotten. For PBS News Weekend, I'm Allie Rogan.
So that's what they say, y'all, was the they were former Panthers, right? Did you see the person? I'm trying to get my boy right here. Let me see. Got him. Got him. All right. No, I think it was an off shot. Another apology. What they just apologized. Student Nonviolent Coordinator Committee was another group that was on point. They were partners with the Black Panthers. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over those and the one that y'all said, man. I sent you a video on the Discord DM.
I'm telling you, God gon'.
Yeah, I just did it, bro. Y'all just made you a shout out to Mama Lisa and Call Dog, man. They wanted to make sure that y'all rule became a mod, man. He been holding us down. Salute, fam. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna NOI own farmland, bakeries, restaurants, grocery stores, clothing facilities. Bro, I just did it, Call Dog. Sooner when you, bro, I wanted to see him. I just did it, family. That's crazy. Right before you text. Yo, I just made him a mod. But yeah, family. I wanted to see him write something so we could see. See my boy there now. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Let me show y'all this. Keep it in on this Saturday night, man. We going to the Florida beach tomorrow. Hold on. Yeah, y'all check this out. It's just a little skit of what happened. Let me know what y'all think. So that's what they said. Sent it back. I hit the wrong button by accident. What you mean, man? Wait, I want to send you this video that debunks the claim that Black Americans are Africans. Yeah, send me that, family. Man, yeah, this is the topic on Pan-Africanism, man. Is Black people really coming from Africa? I gotta put Queen. Send it to me, man. You wanna? Yeah. Now the topic, y'all, is Africa and America. Let me see what he put on here. Shout out to Trey. And my boy called sent something. Okay, I got you. I got it. So that's the one you saying, fam. The black guy is a Native American. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me get that. I got you. Let me It's crazy because they say he's a Native American, but he looks like everybody. I mean, he looks like everybody else. All right, I'm finna play it right now, man. I want to see what y'all think about this. Hold on. This is the actual guy that they saying is Native American. But that's what we saying we is too. Pinky Wells, what's good, family? See it again. Yes. Let's go.
Do you, Larry Pemberton Jr., solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, the duties of the office of State Representative to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Microphone is on. Thank you.
He's Native American, but what? You can't tell me that he don't look like a regular person. He looks like a regular American, Black American. Am I wrong? Yeah, that oath taking is something serious. My point is, he looked like, bro, he looked like he could be one of my cousins or something, family. So is what is that supposed to tell us? If this man is true, they saying is a true Native American. What does that say about us? We look just like the man. No, I don't even know the backstory. I became a mob, but since this is for the family. Man, now you got to be certified, man. You got to go through Mama Lisa and Carl. What does that say about them? He debunks the myth that we all came from Africa. Okay.
I just want to say thank you to my family, my tribal family, my friends. It means a lot. I really look forward to doing work for the district and my community. And I want to read something off that my son wrote. I actually wanted him to come up here and read it for me, but he probably doesn't want to do that. So I'm going to read it.
All right. I don't know if we'll get you up to the mic. We have some pretty small legislators. So we do have a booth somewhere, but I don't know where it is. A little booth.
Hold on, man. Don't tell me he done got a bunny. He ain't keep it in the he ain't keep it indigenous. He ain't keep that blood indigenous. Appreciate you, fam, for that. Appreciate you, man. They were initially black people in those lands of planet Philippines and sending on. Yeah. I'm saying though, what he got was he bunny hopping or what, man?
I want you to read it to him because I just think it's
we can do this though. These can come down. All right. Yeah, you're fine. You're plenty tall. All right. And you just talk into that. Okay. All right, buddy. All you.
I would just like to thank the people that helped my dad on this path of door knocking, putting down signs, and a lot more. Also, thank you for supporting my dad. At first, I didn't like the campaign. He was gone a lot, and I wanted to be with my dad like usual. But now, since he won, I'm feeling better about this job, and I want to thank the voters that voted for Dad. Thank you, people. Bye, Brian Pemberton.
So I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm just taking it all in. Thank you for coming out, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I feel truly blessed. Thank you.
He definitely don't look nothing like, oh boy, that's to be the biggest things, man. Water God noticed they playing tribal drums in the background. Yeah, I'm making snow angels. I seen the jitterbug. I'm like, that can't be his. No way. Dang. But salute to him, man. He indigenous. You know, he wanted to say he indigenous. So it don't make no sense for us to say we came from. There's no way. It's no way, man. I'm going off of the facts of Albert Perry and the Skull of Louisa. That's the facts that I'm going, that there were black people on this land way before. So, but yeah, we indigenous to this land for real. Somebody had put in my comment, was like, yo, bro, I watch your channel, but we indigenous to this land. And I'm like, dang, bro, I never opposed that. Like, I'm always the one saying that we are originally from this land. it's some people that I rock with that say that, and I don't know if they doing it. I think they doing it because they think that original people from Africa, that was the first where land was from. That's what some people think, but I don't think that. I think the first inhabited land was here in America. But I am open to saying that it was other inhabited land around the world. Maybe America could have been one of them and one of the first, but I don't believe that I don't believe that we come from another land. No, bro, we ain't come from Africa at all. We didn't come from Africa, because if we would have came from Africa, the Australian Aboriginals, they would have made them say they from Africa too. They're only saying we from Africa to take the land. That's it, fam. Nah, they didn't populate and got us to 50 million. No way. If they brought all of them, like, it couldn't have been, fam. Every continental had black indigenous from Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Trey. Black Africa wasn't the first place with dark-skinned indigenous. Of the brothers saying Memphis is Egypt and the Mississippi is the Nile River. Yep, I did a video on that too, family. I did a video on that. So I do believe that. I do believe that, you know, the Grand Canyon and all of that ancient stuff in there, it's far more ancient than anything in Africa. And those mounds that we have in the Middle East and all, I'm not in the Middle East, in the Midwest, the middle of the US. Said this is just a long version of the Homestead Act. Yeah, that was for them people too. That was definitely for them people. She said she don't know about all of them feathers. We ain't rock all of them feathers, huh? They were just trying to redo how it, you know what I'm saying, kind of how it looked. I heard that also. I know our ancestors were already here. I've been saying that for years, telling us our ancestors were from Africa continent to separate us from the land. Yeah, if we're going to be real about it, identity, we truly are the Israelites. Big facts. I agree, y'all. I agree. If plant life and animal life could be found all over the world, it makes sense that human life would be also. You don't know we had all them feathers on our head. Man, I want y'all to see this though, family. Check this out. I got my other computer running, and if y'all hear that.
When it comes to the job market in LA or California, there's a huge discrimination issue going on with Black Americans. Employers are not willing to hire Black Americans, even if they are qualified. Even if they're overly qualified, they're still not willing to hire them. There's a hidden agenda at play here. And it's been going on for quite some time.
that organizations started to pick this up and investigate it. There's an organization in Los Angeles called the Los Angeles Black Worker Center, where they're currently investigating the discrimination that Black Americans are facing in the job industry in Los Angeles. But they're also providing resources and access to better wages and opportunities. We've seen an increase of employers only wanting to hire people from the Hispanic community, and there's nothing wrong with that because people have to work and provide for their family, but they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it with the intention to control, because when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up about certain things, they feel like the Hispanic community is not going to speak up because they're normally quiet. And like we know, when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up, Black Americans are always on the forefront fighting for change. Black Americans are always the ones speaking up for everybody, fighting for change. But they feel like with the more Hispanics that they hire, it's easier to control them because some of the times they're undocumented, so they won't cause any problems. They can pay them less. They can mistreat them, disrespect them all they want. They're not going to cause any problems. And that's another issue at play. The other issue is that other people of color are not willing to speak up for Black Americans whatsoever. The only time they speak up to help Black Americans is when they see Black Americans have an advantage that they don't have. Take affirmative action, for example. When they believed that Black Americans were getting into Ivy League students based off affirmative action, when that really wasn't the case. The only time that other people of color speak up is when they see Black Americans have an advantage that they don't have. Otherwise, they are silent. It also seems like there's an issue to keep Black Americans at entry-level positions as well, and to bully them so they have a harder time moving up in the ranks. Platforms like Indeed and LinkedIn need to do a better job at regulating if these companies are really hiring or not. Because what these companies are doing are they're using LinkedIn and Indeed as a social media tool. They're posting that they're hiring and doing all these paying for the promo, but it's really a marketing tool when they're really not hiring. It seems like LA or California is trying to push Black Americans out, and they're starting with the job industry.
Yeah, so shout out to one of the subscribers wanted me to speak on the issue of that the job market in California. So we got to stay on that, but yeah, we got to do more group economics, man. Cause you know, our sisters, our family out there in California, they gatekeeping for them, man, and the price of living is so high out there that, you know what I'm saying? You got a goddamn, got to sell all kind of stuff. Pause. That was a pause moment. White folks now open up the library of B-Man. What's good, family? Well, yeah, family, we just gotta get it going. Yeah, we gotta get it going, man. Y'all know on Mondays we have our we talk about our group economic that we could do for the people. So that's just what we doing, man. We just trying to do our best, you know, to keep it going.
I'm seeing way too many Black Americans upset about the United Nations' most recent resolution, saying that reparations is for only Black Americans and it's lineage-based. Have we lost our damn minds? When those ships left Africa, they didn't just stop in America. They went to Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, Brazil, and a couple of other places. And those people were also enslaved, not just us. So as a Black American, thank you Ghanaians for getting the world to recognize slavery as a crime against humanity, because it is. Thank you Ghanaians for getting the world to have more responsible conversations regarding reparations, because this is truly a very big step forward for the diaspora.
Oh Lord, she's a Pan-African. She's a Pan-Africanist. man, y'all. Somebody done hacked my phone. You put Ghana owe us, huh? Yeah, man, they saying we owe Ghana. I mean, Ghana trying to rob from us, it looked like. They wasn't the first. Y'all know Mayor Bassett gave $1 million to the Asian community for homelessness. That's crazy because I never seen a homeless Asian person.
Because they feel like because you don't know where you come from, which is not by fault by Africa.
We know where we come from. We come from America. I'm from America. That's what we're saying. Just like a Jamaica, just like a no, hold on. Just like somebody from Jamaica, they're not going to say what country in Africa they're from. Somebody in Haiti is not going to say what country from. They're going to say they're Haitian.
Because they were closer from what is it called, the triangular slave
but
trade.
But then when you ask them that question, they're not going to have a definitive answer.
That's because they're already in their own community of Caribbeans, the Haitians, Jamaica. They're all like in one bowl. Just
but Black Americans are in their own bowl as well. Like that's why I asked that.
That's why Africans feel that way, because they feel like because you don't know where you come from, which is not by fault by Africa.
We know where we come from. We come from America, just like
I guess it's just more
come from Jamaica. Like, what is the difference?
I think it's just more relatable from an African to see another African and be like, oh, where you come from? Oh, I'm from Ghana. I'm from this place. And they know so much about their culture because they do this, and this. So I feel like that's why they feel like you know so much about your culture in Africa. So that's why they're like, well, Americans don't know, because honestly, you guys don't
People
know.
are hard to
When
ignore what he's
Africans come to
saying.
America, they're busting their
Big
behind
facts,
to
ain't well.
get degrees, become doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that. So when Africans look at African Americans, they're like, these people have credit cards. We don't even have credit cards. These people are not even working, and we come here and we busting our asses. Now we're doing this. We're now 6 figures, and these people have all these years to become all these great jobs and careers, and they're not doing anything. I'm just saying this is what they're saying. Yeah, this is the conversation. It's like y'all have all this time to get free money, free loans, and you don't get that back at home.
Yeah, but
y'all get that when y'all come here, though.
Exactly, and guess what? Right here,
they get that when they come here.
And different
the
situations.
people from here is not getting them loans that y'all come here and get them.
No, I said there's a lot of.
That's the point that they're proving. The people here are not even getting it. So it's like, what are y'all doing?
No, I'm saying the black people here are not getting them same opportunities that y'all come from y'all Africa and come here and get. We don't get those.
Considering not just Africans, everybody, all the other countries are considering y'all as being lazy, because it's like, why aren't y'all getting these? Why y'all not busting y'all asses to? Y'all should be better than the Chinese. If y'all Americans, y'all should be better than America. Y'all should be better than Chinese people who coming over here.
But we.
My question is,
we are.
What are the opportunities that you think that we have over?
That's different, right?
The grants, the loans, the scholarships, and
that
stuff.
we're getting more than you.
I don't understand what. No, I've never heard of anything.
Are y'all seeing what's going on with the immigrants right now and how the benefits that they're?
That was a good one. They did that. Because them immigrants really do think like that, though. They really, I mean, ain't gonna say people from other countries, they feel like when they go to, like, especially if you in South Florida, right? South Florida, it's a lot of men and women that make money with ways without jobs. It's like it's a lot of, because we from the land, we know a lot of different things to do. So if they don't see us working at a hotel outside cleaning up or being a janitor, they like, dang, they ain't doing the hard working jobs we is. And I'm speaking only how it is in South Florida. Like the people that's from Haiti, Jamaica, like they'll have jobs that's like you don't really see that much American people doing. But they don't have a lot of immigrants that's into that got the experience and how to make money out here like Americans do. So they look at that and be like, you lazy, but that American person probably made more money than you did, doing what you got into the job doing, but they don't, probably don't even see it like that. We don't have to work those hard jobs. Yeah, like we ain't getting along, like we ain't try. You don't think we want to get that money? Like, what sense to like their IQ is very not to think about. Like they think that we just don't have a real enemy. Like, bro, we got a stronger enemy than y'all because they know our blood. They know what's going on. They heavy over here. The FBI, the CIA, they, you know, it's going down over on our land. We don't need to explain to the cosplayers anymore. They will never get it. Yeah, man. So we are doing that Mondays, y'all, at 10. We on the Discord. I want to do 2 a week. I'm gonna have to change it and do some 2 a week, man, because I'm trying to get the ball rolling. Shout out to Queen and Lotus and everybody who've been trying to, you know, practice these group economics with us for the ancestors. The ancestors will be proud. We already worked those hard jobs. What you said, LeVon? Our ancestors, but for real, they come over here and get one of these hard jobs and they feel like, man, they don't have to do these jobs. They're lazy. Like, crazy. The government got us in the street selling all kind of narcotics and all kind of stuff. They want us to fill them positions. But that's how they be thinking of. Talking about we lazy. Third world IQ. Talking about we lazy. You crazy. I want to see you go to that country and build it up. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all work so hard. Very wise young man. Thank you, Water God. Salute, Yogi Fish. Yogi Fish. That's a name. Boy, I'm going to remember that name. Yogi Fish. Salute to you, man. If they want to be here, they better work those hard jobs. They don't have jobs where they don't know the land. They see people out in the streets, you know, doing their thing, and they don't have to really work because they got other ways that they making money. You feel me? Salute, Yogi Fish. Salute, family. Appreciate you. Appreciate the 10 chat, man. Very much needed. But group economics, man, that's all we need to focus on. The cosplayers are the same. Exactly. That's all I'm saying is I don't equivalate if whoever they need to be saying that's lazy, they need to be saying the YT people. Like, why would you point out other black people and say they lazy when we built this whole damn country? Like, how could, like, that's the last person you got to say that's lazy, bro. Like, you gonna skip over them? You gonna skip over what them people ain't doing? Black people lazy. Like, what? Do you see everything they built around here? Like, you should be looking at a whole nother group of people talking about they lazy, fam. Salute, Yogi Fish. Yogi Fish coming through, man. Family. You family, Yogi. You family now, fam. Look at these countries they fled from. Then you will see who's lazy. Right, bro. You know, look, y'all over there, man, $5 a month, they can live. Bro, they can just feed. They said, bro, over here, bro, you gotta make paper. We can't afford to be lazy. You ain't lying. Trail Jackson TV put why their country is in need of American funds. If Black Americans lazy, y'all would have worked y'all way up to getting $1 million. You would have worked your way into getting rich. But these are the kind of stereotypes we got to hear about us. Like, the disrespect is crazy, fam. Water God, wait, how we're lazy and these African Caribbeans flee everywhere. They're known as the beggars of the world. Damn. Yeah, bro, they say when Buddy went to Nigeria, the fighter, man, them people were begging for money sooner when he jumped off the plane. $5 a month to live in a cow dung hut, sleeping on dirt floor and no pillow. Big facts, man. Yeah, man. By the way, how is the Africa tourism doing since they tried this dope ice show speed over there to make everybody travel? Because the government got a special spot in Africa where they want Black Americans to go to. You feel me? Tell us with the attitude. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to put that on the thumbnail. No, I'm good. That's what I'm saying, bro. They got a piece of land over there that they're trying to bring Black people from America over there. Can't make it up, fam. Yeah, they trying to run us out of here for real. That's why we got to start buying us a piece of land and having our people, like having us here, and then having that jurisdiction be its own jurisdiction. Man, they could give me cash payments in the flight. I'm still ain't going. No, I ain't doing that. That's prison. Yeah, I ain't on that. I need the land. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been trying to hide. I don't need you making me no land. Oh, Lord. Let me put this in, y'all. Yeah, we are late tonight, 1:43, man. I'm going to have to, I got beach day. I got beach day in the morning, family. We got to keep that dual citizenship. For real. Man, y'all listen. We're going to keep that dual citizenship. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, we definitely need a little militia group. But first, I want to start with us trying to help each other. We need to come up with a common goal. I got one that I got. I got a philosophy that I want to push that I feel like wherever you at, we can kind of just start making money together and trying to like do some group economics. Start small with just making money with each other. The best way that we can, make sure that we, have an income, because these jobs don't want to hire us. Nobody wants to hire us, so we have to set industries for us. So that's what I want to be preaching more into the chat. Actual ways that we can bring, more income, which means more freedom to our people. So that's what I kind of want to push on the Discord, y'all. Who can we trust with the money? No, look. It ain't I don't even want to we ain't even getting there first saying that yet. Just practice group economics. I got some plays on something that you can make, but I don't like to even go there with our people right there. Like that ain't nothing to, that'll run people away, bro. You go to who we gonna do about the money? It's like, Just keep it simple. Just speak, communicate. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get everything going. But I got basic ways where we can just start small and generate, trying to make money with each other. Forget about who going to keep. We going to keep the money. But it's like we have to just start forming something. Because if we feel like we ain't going to do nothing because we can't trust each other, that's still a strategy for white supremacy. They love people who talk like that. If you're gonna be saying, dang, bro, who gonna get the money? Like they winning. Cause they like, okay, it's another stall tactic for us. So whatever you could do, we just have to practice that. I remember my homie, it was this dude named Shane Glenn, right? I met him and he told me one day, he was like, hey, bro, my mom is starting a telemarketing company. He was like, yeah, man, my mom's starting a telemarketing company. It's a family business, bro. I know you good, you know what I'm saying, talking to people. He was like, can you come help me out? You know, help out, you know what I'm saying? We'll look out for you, but it's kind of, we trying to get it going. I was like, yeah, man, I help you out. I give you 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 hours, a little bit. They paid a little bit, but it was about helping them. But long story short, right, the business messed up. I was getting kids in the school. I was getting kids to get, going into school, and the school would pay. But, the school wasn't paying. They had to close down the business, and, they had to tell me that they couldn't have the money for me that they had. And I was like, you know what, bro, it ain't even, but it was another dude too who was trying to help him, and he just took it completely the wrong way. He took it as, man, like he took it as a problem, like, calling them out, like, man, they could have been stealing with these people. Business went out. But I was just like, damn, it's all good. But from me seeing how he took it and then how I took it, I knew that, dang, bro, it's gonna be hard, because now these people getting sprayed. He went around like, dang, bro, making it seem like they mismanaged the money when it had it didn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? They had to do with the contracts with the schools. My point is just saying that is it's a lot of different reasons why things happen to our people. But if we keep pushing fear mongering out here to our people, we're not going to do business with each other. And we're going to have to ask other cultures, can we work for them? So it's like you got 2 choices. You can either get involved with your people, or you're going to have to beg other people for resources or for work. So it's like it done got that bad now that we can't even worry about the negative. It's like we got to be pro-positive. You feel me? The wheels on it. Let me read the chat, man. You put like water on a wheel. Once you pour it, the water will overflow over the wheels on its own. Chinese money doesn't lead the community by proximity. But what I'm saying is, this is the common thing I seen. Y'all remember that girl who was in our meeting and she was like, hold on, y'all know how black people get with money. It's like people are always saying this to a group of people who trying to come together and get money, not knocking them. Like, this isn't a knock. This is to bring awareness to our people. Like, this is how a lot of people think, because I got money with a lot of people before, and business was good. I done business with black people, and everything's been good. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, a lot of people got in their head, once they got to do business with their own people, it's always a red flag got to come up about money being stolen. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy because just like right now, I go like with my water treatment system, right? If somebody signs a contract and they say that they want my water treatment system and they're going to pay for it, right? Because I just had a situation where I had this guy, a white dude, and he signed up for the water treatment system. He had to get a loan though. He wasn't going to pay. So a finance company didn't accept him, but I can't put it in until the finance company, accepts him. Once they accept them, I put it in. But if somebody tell me they're going to pay cash, if you sign up or you're going to pay with a credit card, I'm going to come in there, install the equipment first, and then say, okay, the equipment works, it's good. All right, can you pay here? So it's like in business in general, you always got to do something to where you got to go out there on your work, on the work you're going to do. So I just don't want us to be not doing business with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we feel like, we need, we get money like everybody else. Everybody else, it's in everybody's, to do right with the business for real. Like it don't make sense for somebody to harm getting money with somebody for real. Like you got to be an idiot to like think that you're going to get over on somebody and you're going to do something successful or you're going to do something. It's just like a low IQ thinking. Like if you think like that, it's already done. If you trying to think that you're going to like try to rob or get over on somebody and you're going to get successful, it ain't like that mindset ain't even it. You feel me? So that's just short-sighted thinking. Yeah, it's like if somebody thinking that them stealing some money is gonna get them anywhere, if that's the mind you thinking, it's like you already done. We just got to get you out the way. I'd rather you steal some money right up at first, steal 1,000 or 500 so we can get you up out of here. But my point is we don't have to think about this like we do though. It's like, how many times have I tried to put black people together? I hear this a lot. And this could stall people. This could make people be like, yeah, I ain't even gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to put the money together with them. Somebody may steal it, But here we got a board. I got a board of Queen G, Mama Lisa, Call Dog. I got Lotus, me. So it's like a board, we trying to put things together. We ain't just, hey, put your money. We ain't doing nothing like that, man. I want to see people. I want to see my people win. I want to see us doing things that other black people see and they like, okay, we need to do that because they win and they're doing it. Like, we want to make an impact. It's not about just making money no more. You got to make an impact amongst your people, and to do that, you got to come together though. Here's the thing though. FBAs have a history of doing successful business. For real, that's what I'm saying. We have a history of doing successful things, but they want to tear it down. The opposition want to tear us down, and people look at what they try to do to tear us down, and they look at like we have to be worried about that. It's like, nah, man. We unstoppable. Get 1 million people to move, and it's over. Man, once we get people mentality right, yeah, we got to stop being in competition with each other, fam. Like, I don't care about playing Robin. Like, you put me in any position, if it's for the better of my culture and my people who at the bottom of the totem pole, like, as far as wealth gap, we down there, I ain't gonna care. I'm just trying to, let's get the ball moving. You know what I'm saying? So, the things that I'm doing, I want everybody to know, like, how you can play a role in connecting me with certain people in your area so I can start pushing my water treatment system in your area. And you can make some, you can be getting a commission off of that. Like, that's what I'm trying to set up for the people that know me. Like, I want to have something set that where I want to make sure that we, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like making money with somebody is just a different level of like, I guess love come with that and respect. You know what I'm saying? When both of you, you want to see both of y'all do good. It's just like a different level, man. I can't explain it, Comparing and competing is a recipe for disaster. Yeah. We're doing a lot better though, but definitely need to lock in and get it right. Yeah. But you just got to listen, man. We got to be able to correct our mindset. That's it. It's really a mind thing. It's nothing that we need rocket scientists. It's nothing like that. You feel me? It's just we got to get the negative tropes out of our head about dealing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you. But that's all we got to change is the attitude. We got to change the mindset and the attitude, and it's like we gone. But right now we got to link. The best thing we can do is show people that, you know, it's lucrative in getting money with your people. Like that's what's going to influence them more than anything. If they see a group of people doing it, and you know what I mean, you preaching the same shit motherfuckers been preaching for 40 years, same result. Exactly. Mike G, what you mean, man? It's a different time now, man. It ain't 40 years ago. It's a different time, man. Different results. We just have been right. We got to keep going. I'm with you, fam. Put Mike G, Mike G, he up. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Cause I ain't preaching nothing. We really got action steps, man. We want people to join our Discord, and we want to have them talk. So we gonna keep pushing, man. We ain't finna let nobody stop us, fam. We gonna keep our foot on their neck, but we want everybody to kind of be more thoughtful about, you know, what you say to our people. We don't want to discourage anybody, fam. They hear enough negative stuff about black people, you feel me, and getting money. They don't need to hear no more. They don't need to hear no more fear. They don't need to be feared no more. Because when we go, them other people do not want to hire you. They don't want nothing to do with you. So it's like, we are all we got. We are all we got. So if you can't do this with the people that love you the most and really care about you, it's a sad situation we putting ourselves in. Got to change the mindset first, for real. But when y'all hear it, y'all, we got to check our people. If you hear somebody and somebody trying to come together, because listen, I remember one time I was in my neighborhood. No cap, right? I was in my neighborhood and it was like 3 or 4 of my homeboys. And I was like, hey, man, we need to, I forget exactly what I said, but it was something about black liberation. And one of my homeboys say, damn, man, but you know what they do to brothers who be on stuff like that. He was like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And I remember once he said that, everything stopped. We didn't talk about it anymore. We was just like, took that as like, yeah, bro, it's too big. But we had the conversation. We talked about it and we were just like, it was like, yeah, man, you know what they do to brothers like that who try this. And I always remember that. But now I understand because I'm hearing more and more stuff as I'm getting older, that I understand that we fear more than we really want to do something. It's like we already thinking about what could happen before we even trying or saying we finna try no matter what. So stalling ain't gonna get us nowhere. You feel me? You quote a man who's been dead for 60 years. What man? What man I quote that's been dead for 60 years? Yeah, Mike G. Mike G, bro, you coming off, bro, like you tripping, family. You coming off like we in a space where we trying to help our people come together, and you want to give us information to make us feel that we don't need to come together, or there's no need to do this because people been preaching this for 40 years and we ain't got no results. This is what I be talking about. People like Mike G. You feel me? Like, you got to encourage your people, fam. Somebody told me, a black person, bro, a black man told me, bro, when I seen you set up your own water treatment office, he said, it inspired me. I got 4 brothers that, and they're not my brothers, but I got 4 dudes. They're in the water treatment business, and they got their business because they seen me actually set one up, start it, and get it running. They actually seen it. So it's like, the best thing we can do is show our people that we're doing something. That's the best way to influence somebody. But when somebody come in like Mike G, bro, and they say things that discourage us, imagine what a black man got to go through, bro, like just trying to do something. I told y'all how it was for me in my neighborhood when I got with my little homies and I was saying something about black liberation and doing something. And it was in their head, like, man, you know what they do? It's like, we got to let people know who talk like this what you're actually doing. You're stopping the progress of our people, bro. It's not cool. You should be more inspiring us. You should be more motivating us to come together. Telling us about people been saying this for 40 years and ain't nothing happened. What is that going to do for us? These people is clowns. They got to be checked. You got to be checked by what you say to your people, bro. If you're not inspiring your people, see, he never inspired anybody before. If you ever inspired somebody before, if somebody ever came to you and was like, dang, bro, I seen what you did, that thing you did, bro, you like that inspired me. You will understand what I'm talking about, because you ain't gonna inspire nobody by giving them negative information. That's not gonna inspire them to want to do it. You actually preventing them, you know. Nobody ever say that when people quote Fidel Castro. You right, Hebrew Nation. We can't fix everybody. That's what it is. Listen, we can't fix them. They either gonna be on it and want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because see, that's what I got anything that I was able to be successful at, it was always somebody that was saying something that I ain't want to hear. Yeah, it got me off my good flow. Yeah. That's what it be doing too, though. That's what it do. But when we mention Malcolm X, why you quoting a dude dead for 40 years? He been dead for a lot longer than 40 years. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Like, we're just supporting things that work. You know, the Black Panther Party looked up to Malcolm X. So they did things that work. But I get what you're saying, Trev. Like, but that's what happened in real life, because that happened with me in real life. You know, it's people that'll say things and it'll make you question about, you know, should you be doing this? Is this work? You know, you may get taken out because you pushing for your people. You feel me? That's why we don't have a lot of black leaders, y'all. We don't got a lot of black leaders because it's people saying stuff to them and make them don't want to be a leader. They're like, man, I ain't trying to be, you know. Oh, yeah, he was referring to what Mike said. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with quoting Malcolm. And ain't nothing wrong with learning history, bro, and trying to understand. A legend is a legend, right, fam? Yep, but that's what happens, family. That's what I'm saying. They be coming into the chat doing that, but we're going to continue. But it's good that we acknowledged it, because now we can understand when we get our space in our Discord. I know we're not going to do that anymore. I know that people are going to understand the head space we need, you know, the amount of positive influence we need to want to fight through to keep this going. If you just thinking somebody just want to steal some money, your mind ain't even where we needed to be, you know? Or words and thought. Yeah, man. That's what I want to practice on. I want to practice and make sure my words with what I'm saying to people, bro. I want to make sure that it has a, it's going upward. It ain't go, you know what I'm saying? Bring them down. We bring the same energy from gangs and we will be unstoppable for real. Like we got 48 million leaders. For real. Salute, man. But yeah, y'all. I was going off on a little bit of a tangent. But yeah, just to they were a community group. Yeah, until the until the CIA got involved in it. Salute the beat man, bro. 1205 Trey, yeah, we know. The love of negative direction. Yeah, shout out Volo, they martyrs, man. Can't say nothing wrong about them, man. Exactly, bro. We gotta be intentional where we spend our money, bro. You know, and not even that. Like, look, if y'all got something going on where you doing, right? I don't mind being a liaison for you here in this city. Like, I would connect you to the right people. Like, I need to be connected with like 2 people in your city, and we can be making money in your city. It's just 2 people that I need. Boom, boom, and I'll be good. I can market there and we'll be good. But what I'm saying is it goes either way. Like the same thing I know what I could do for, what somebody could do for me, I could do for somebody else. But we have to be making them connections, fam. We got to be making them connections. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, for real. You right, Hebrew Nation. Yeah, so we gotta speak it into existence. It's like it's out there for us, man. We just really gotta do it, fam. So, everybody gotta get them something, but agreed. The work our ancestors started must continue. Exactly. We can't have by any means necessary. Cause the things that we saying, bro, that's not gonna happen. It's just, that's just what's in people's head. But anybody that's in business, they want to see the people make money, around them in business. That being a bad business is not gonna get you nowhere but a loser, bro. You gotta want to do good business. You gotta want to see people do good too around you. It's just the only way it's gonna work, family. But we as a people must have always gotten out of the mud. Yeah, we got to get it out of the mud. And when you get it out of the mud, you got to go through a different mindsets. People that's going to tell you, you know what I mean? You can't do this, you can't do that. But we've been hearing it so much, man. Go tell them, you know what I'm saying? Go tell them other coaches that. Go tell them little hats that, bro. We don't need nobody telling us how hard it is. We know how hard it is. Why do FBA talk down immigrants of their own race? Y'all should be uplifting, the opposite of what the white man wants you to do. I don't know what she talking about. She talking about some. Why do FBAs talk down on immigrants of their own race? Talk down on immigrants. See, that's when people don't understand. We don't talk down on immigrants. Anything we do is out of defense. We're not going out our way talking about immigrant people. Nobody don't do that. Anybody that you see joking on somebody, and we're very great at joking on people, and you know what I'm saying? It's not talking down, joking, comedy, parody. We real good at that. So sometimes y'all will look at the comedy that FBAs do, and it pierces you so hard that it's like it makes you feel like, dang, these people talk down on you. It's like, but really, you just got jokes ran on you. That's all it was. But it's just, it hurt you so bad that it like you took it to a whole nother level. But black people don't be talking down on nobody. It's crazy to hear people saying this, and it's like, dang, I grew up around immigrants. I grew up around people like that. Like my neighborhood is an all black neighborhood, all black Americans, all FBAs. And we went to school where other neighborhoods were Spanish, they had more of the Caribbeans or they had mix. But our particular neighborhood was like all black, and everybody known my neighborhood was the neighborhood that was all black people. We never talked down on. They wanted to hang around. Everybody wanted to hang with us. They liked the clothes we wear. It was never we was talking down on anybody. We showed them how to do things. So to hear people be saying like FBAs talk down on people, it's like you making stuff up. We spend $1 so recklessly. Right. They ignore everything, like what we say, how they have these stereotypes about us. That's talking down on somebody. Dang, you don't like to work. You lazy. You're talking down on somebody. You will skip over this, and you just think that, why would we just want to talk down on some on people that's from here? It don't make sense. It's a reason for it. You need to be thinking that, why would they do it? Why are they doing it? For real, people view the truth or correction as negative. For real, Queen G. Yeah, it's like as soon as when I get into us getting together, us trying to put in move, here come another one. Man, y'all lifting me up, family. Like, I want you to understand, y'all, it's amazing, bro. I can't complain, man. I'm getting support. It's people know I do water treatment in a lot of states in America right now. It's like, fam, it's just now about me connecting to people. Man, this is a great thing. It's a great time to be FBA and to be able to tap into 2.1 trillion with your people. I mean, it's a blessing, fam. I'm moving to DC in August. Okay, Trev moving to DC. Yeah, it's a lot of DC is where the most black people have the most wealth, as far as housing, jobs, income. You know what I'm saying? How far is DC from Charlotte? I don't think that far. Step right in a hurry. Oh, damn, you're going to love it. Just stay away from the tethers. Yeah, man, I mean, DC is our most successful. But, yeah, y'all, it's Friday. I'm going live again on Sunday. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank Tank Talk said, I live in DC. It's very different from the South. Yeah, but man, y'all sitting like a fat cat up there, man. That's where all the black wealth at right now. Riri, what's good, family? Prince County, Maryland, extremely wealthy black people. I may need y'all need to link me up with up there in DC, man, so I can help my family up there with the water, man, because I'm hearing it's pretty good up there. I need to tap into that, but the celebrities ain't doing nothing. Yeah, they definitely ain't family, but man, y'all know how we do, man. I'm gonna try to do something for the members tomorrow. You know, I appreciate y'all, the members in the mods. I gotta always figure out something I gotta do special for the members in the mods. I gotta come up with that. It's technically Southern City. It's under the Mason-Dixon line, but a lot of Northerners down here. DC is South. For real, for real. Okay. Yeah, family, y'all, man. Look, I got beach day in the morning with the fam. So, man, I'm gonna check y'all tomorrow. We're gonna do some things. Man, I have something set up for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. But we're gonna be in the Discord, man. Y'all check me in the Discord tomorrow. I'm gonna probably do a little something to just tie in with the people. I want to speak more to y'all in that Discord to try to get things moving, man. So, man, everybody who donated to the chat, man, I appreciate you, man. Yogi Fish, Trev Jackson, Mama Lisa, the OG, Tank Talks, man. Volo TV, man, you always showing love to me. First class citizen, man, always supporting your boy. I appreciate that, man. Love y'all for real. But yeah, man, y'all know how we do, man. We're trying to keep more. We're trying to keep it going. Enjoy the water. salute, family. Extra lovely. I appreciate y'all. Queen G. Good night. We're going to speak tomorrow, family. If y'all catch me in the Discord, man. Y'all always can send me a message in the Discord. Don't never think you sending me content is never going to be annoying me. I'm loving to seeing, like, even when y'all send me content, I want to know what people are looking at. So it gives me good data. So y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You should give some of that water to Africa. Yeah, man, listen. They can place an order, man. I don't mind shipping out there to them. Trey, we seen the condo that wanted $50K a year for parking. Oh, my God. Hey, but listen, I love y'all, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. Reed Pink, I know you came in here late, man. We just closing it, though, but I love and appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow, man. Yeah, keep tagging me, fam. I need it, man. I love y'all, though. Appreciate you, family. Y'all stay up, be safe. And let's spend with the black businesses. Y'all know how we do.